They were just like, oh, you just catch by throwing. It was like, ah, hard pass.
Hello, everyone. We're back for another evening of D&D. We're here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris, finally.
Don Bimmer's back.
I know, I saw. we were chatting it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah, Bimmer, thank you very much again for the 100
back.
bits. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. He said he had the night to himself and figured he would check in and see what's going on.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's quite it's an elaborate green screen CMS, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not even real. This is just Don's
yeah.
simulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I am a programmer, so.
Right. The intense puppetry that you're able to perform.
There's a lot of levers and stuff over here.
Puppetry. Yeah, like organs, fucking steps.
Just a bunch of garbage bags full of air that I step on and
shape into human beings.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, we're here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris. The campaign that I DM. This is episode 15.
Which 15?
It's 15. Mm-hmm. Yeah, last week was 14.
Time.
I only know that because it says it on my paper here.
It's been so much longer, and also.
I feel like we've played this like 6 times.
What?
I don't know where the time's going.
It's not real anymore.
It's 2004 in my eyes.
What?
Still a young man.
Simpler time.
Simpler days.
I'm starting high school in 2 years.
Coming in with that work and lurk special. Thank you, DJ. DJ, before you go lurk, wait for a minute until we go around the table and introduce ourselves, because I was going to do something that you need to be here for to introduce myself, because I figured you'd find it funny.
Oh.
So we'll go around the table, introduce ourselves, and then I'll read the recap, and we'll pick up where we left off in the midst of combat. Bimmer, thank you for the 200 bits.
Thanks.
Very good. I'm John, and I play Marcus.
I'm Sarah, and I play Dandelion.
Paul, and I play Rin.
I'm Autumn, and I play Twig.
I'm Mike, and I play Mr. Pigeon.
I'm not Lawrence. I'm some sort of garbage bag full of air that Don is shaping into somebody that looks kind of like Lawrence. And I play Shay.
And I'm Talifrey Fleepdew, the DM of this campaign.
I hate that guy.
Yep. There you go, DJ. No, I'm Don, the DM of this campaign. I'll read the recap. I was actually planning on that before DJ.
Talamary Fleepdew?
Yeah, Talifrey Fleepdew, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of those names, no matter how you say it, it's actually not correct, but it is also correct.
Yeah, like if that were an NPC name, I would believe that.
Yep.
Over a real name in a heartbeat. Yep. That's a randomizer name if I've ever heard that.
Anyway, last week, the episode The Mines of the Crimson Dawn, not Dong.
Are you sure?
No, well, who can say, really? So you guys spoke with Murdoch as you settled down to camp for the evening as you traveled towards the mountain. Murdoch tells you about where you're heading, the village called Otagar, which means dread dwelling, which he tells you right outside of the gate as you get there. It's fine. Shay and Rin realize that the language used is similar to Dwarvish, and you guys are able to translate that to dread dwelling. In common, he tells you guys that there's one man he trusts in Otagar that seems to be more under under more mundane circumstances, not like the rest of them. Colbane, who owns and runs the tavern/inn in the village called Vantarhond, or the Missing Hand. You guys discuss your plan for getting in. Murdoch tells you that you have 2 options. You can either enter the town under the guise of being there from the Gilded Mask, as they know Murdoch, and sneak out of the inn at night into the mountain, where Murdoch has never been and is not allowed. The alternative is that you can sneak over the walls at night and into the mines. You guys decide on the first, and you head into the town and into the inn. You head to sleep, and then you set out after lunch the following day, arriving the evening time. You're led inside. You head directly to the inn where you meet Colbane. He directs you to the back room. You guys sit and eat and speak with him. Shay inquires about the symbols on the banners within the town, as well as the tattoo on his arm. He tells you that his people are called Vattenfolk, or water people in common, so Aquaman is the owner of the town, obviously.
Canon.
Yep.
I had forgotten about the Aquaman.
How did you forget?
Cannot
I did
ever
meet
forget.
Jason Momoa. Very handsome man, by the way, Don.
Is he?
Really broad. Really pulled me in for a hug.
Did he?
Yep.
What?
It was a good time.
Where was this?
What?
What?
It's like ShopRite.
Yeah. You don't also go to ShopRite, guys? There's a Jason Momoa there in the corner.
Gotta go.
Jason Momoa section of the store.
Yeah, no, big, burly, very well bearded and handsome man. Big fan.
Well, we'll have to go find him.
To ShopRite, friends.
Yeah. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we have to leave.
We'll be right back.
Thanks,
Put up
that's
the intermissions.
The Vattenfolk are all a race called Dvergvir, or Dwarfkin, and resided on the island directly to the north of Adoris. Humans and dwarves left during the Great War, chasing each other in their massive ships. A terrible storm trapped them on that island, destroying their ships, and they decided, unable to get back to the landmass, they would stop fighting and join together to survive. Over the centuries, their people became one. The language they use is a hybrid between Dwarvish and Common. Colbane tells them how he lost his left hand in the war between Fjordain and his people, though he says he is not much of a fighter and is happy to be alive. You guys talk for a little bit longer, and then you finish your food and head to sleep in your rooms. Murdoch knocks on all of your doors simultaneously somehow by laying on the ground and kind of stretching his limbs out to extraordinary proportions to knock on them all at once. You sneak your way through the town, and Dandelion charms and distracts the guard and dances with him around the area outside of the mountain before kind of unsure entirely what to do.
Doing exactly
And then
as planned.
Rin puts him to sleep. You guys sneak into the mountain and then yeet his key back through the gate next to him so he is unaware of what has happened. You make your way through the early rooms and halls of the mountain, eventually finding a sleeping man, which Shay swiftly dispatches by stabbing him in the face. You hear voices in a room up ahead. You set a small fire, wafting the smoke deep down into the mountain in order to force somebody to come to you, where you have the advantage. The smoke draws two of the guards, who are quickly killed, but not before one yells out, "Invaders!" The remaining guards move down the hall towards our waiting friends, taunting them to come fight. "What business have you with the Crimson Dawn?" a voice rings out. Marcus replies, "A finale of sorts." The voice rings out once more. "Why do you fight in the darkness instead of in the light like men?" Rin speaks in Dwarvish. "Come and get me, half-breed." And that's where we are going to pick up alongside the memory of Jason Momoa.
Are we still in initiative order?
Yes. Yeah, we are at the top of the initiative order with the map, how it looks currently. Obviously, there are more rooms back further, which I did not put on there because you're well past it. I figured that was enough space for you guys to move about.
I'm going to turn and run around.
Yeah, same. Let's go.
Yeah, now that's
quick
I'm
break.
going that way.
Be right back. Did you dab?
Yes.
Okay. See, I was really bad in chat, so I assume there's really no other way other than, just, there's really nothing else.
Are you turning the light
Is
on?
this you, Nick?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I keep.
All right. Let me grab the lights. Everybody watch your eyes for a moment. Bam. There we go.
No, yeah, dude, clerics
No,
are
it's,
broken.
Why?
it's broken.
Yeah, clerics
That's
are
wild.
absolutely
We love you,
broken.
CMS.
Oh my
I miss
goodness.
Yeah, no, it's
They,
great.
they made
Yeah.
clerics so
That's a
strong because they
big
needed
bump.
healers in Adventure League.
That's not what that does.
Yeah, right?
Nobody
Free
takes-
D8 force
nobody
damage
takes
every
healing
turn with
spell.
mod! Of course!
A way to use my bonus action
Right.
every turn?
I've seen
Right?
one healer cleric and they hated it.
Yeah, so we are at the top of the initiative order with Shay.
I'm gonna hold my action to stab the first person that comes around that corner that I don't like.
Yep, you got it. Next up is one of the big boys towards the
Captain.
back. The captain boy.
Yes.
I'll also bonus action hide if I need to. I don't know if you need me to reroll stealth since none of these people have seen me, but
No, they haven't seen you. You're behind a corner. You're good. Where you are.
Also, I think I still have Pass Without Trace up. I haven't cast anything else.
Very good.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I'm
Holding an Eldritch Blast.
Yes, I'm
I did as well.
I wrote that down.
Sarah is holding Eldritch Blast for someone around corner.
Well, good it did. I forgot, but I wrote it down.
So Big Boy is going to make his way around that corner and make his way down the hallway and attack the first person he sees, which is going to be Twig in this instance.
Which
Standing
one
in the
is
middle of
Big
the
Boy the
hallway.
one with the black fur bear
Yes,
thingy?
yes.
Cool. I cannot reach that. Thank you.
so when he goes
Eldritch
to do that,
Blast.
Uh-huh.
Yep, your action is held, and as he brushes by roughly around that corner. You stab him.
Eldritch Blast.
That's a natural 20 suit you.
That suits me just fine.
I thought it might.
Crit him so he can't crit me.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, it was you.
Oh, wait, it's that one.
Oh, this is not the right character. I'm like,
That's Ritora.
I'm like, where's my Eldritch Blast? Not there.
Sarah, you have not deleted any of the
Oh my
temporary characters
God.
that you have ever
Believe it or
played.
not, I actually have.
Why are there still so many?
I've made a lot.
Is
I
that-
don't know what to tell you.
There were like
Yours
That was
doesn't
like
count
20.
characters.
Right?
It wasn't that many.
20. I have like 36.
Oh my god.
32.
It wasn't even 20. It was like
Alright.
12.
What?
I just deleted like 12 last
he's-
night.
no, he's
I
not
still
there.
have over 30.
Yeah, so he walks by. He is currently.
That's a 12. It's 12 hit.
Yeah, let me also describe this man briefly.
Ooh.
Nick.
Is it Jason Momoa?
Kill him to death.
It's not Jason. Momoa.
Sarah's also wondering
12.
if she hit.
12 does not hit.
Can it please be Jason Momoa?
I did model Marcus after Jason Momoa, by the way. That is absolutely why he's a
Nick-
tall, handsome, dark-skinned man with long hair.
With tattoos.
Right?
And tattoos, too.
Is he going to grow a beard during the course of this campaign?
I did actually have him designed originally with a short beard, but figured just to make sure that everybody understood that he was young, kind of like cut that out just so. this way
Let
he
the
still
beard
looked-
grow in
Yeah,
over time.
yeah. Once he assumes his kingly Aquaman form. Don, I'm gonna have to start mating with these dwarf people. I'm gonna need that provided for me for my gaming
Sure,
experience.
roll for performance.
I have a paladin, Don.
Meeting is very
I got a
scientific.
6. Can I see if I get the 9?
Yes.
Oh God, I was close. Damn it! It was like going to the 9 and then stayed on the 14. Oh well.
Almost nice. But
Right?
6 and 14 is 20.
That's also pretty good.
So we got there.
Okay. So this man, as he rushes around the corner, you guys all see a looks to be like mid-40s man with hair shaved completely on the sides, braided on the top of his head, like very piercing, aggressive blue eyes.
Not delicious clown.
Not
eyes.
delicious clown eyes. He has a scar right above the bridge of his nose, down across his cheek. And as he walks around the corner holding this great axe, you can see on his wrists he has the same tattoo for Water Man. And on his inner forearms, he has the tattoo for Man and another one that you do not recognize, but I'll let the two of you roll for that as well.
I'm probably not paying any attention to it. I just stabbed
Sure,
him.
that's fine. We
I don't know
can
if I can see it.
do that later. But yeah, that's what you see from him. And you grab your dagger and with both hands stab deftly out from behind the corner into this man's side as he walks. And he grunts very loudly as he kind of like stumbles slightly forward with his great axe towards the looming figure of Twig.
Is he going to hit me instead now that I've stabbed him?
He is not, as he was kind of like running
Mid-swing.
down. Yeah, mid-swing running down, and you stab
I
him
tried.
his side. Let's see. That is a 21 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
It's going to be 10 points of slashing damage as he strikes directly into like center mass on Twig, just kind of knocking her back slightly into this stone wall. And he is now going to turn towards the figure that stabbed him and swing in the direction of Shay with his great axe as a second attack. That is a 17 on the die plus 5.
That hits.
For 13 points of damage.
Bloody.
Sorry, did you describe what armor this man is wearing?
Yes, he has studded leather.
Studded leather.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of like cut off strategically in spots to give him mobility,
Sure.
protecting like the vulnerable spots.
Very good.
And he is
If it's
going
cut off
to.
strategically, that's where I would have stabbed.
Yeah, yeah.
Strategically.
He is going to use his bonus action to shift An attempt. Can non-friendly targets pass through the space of other people, or can they not?
So what is it you're attempting to do?
He's attempting to get to Paul.
He's attempting to get to Paul.
I mean, he's gonna get torn apart.
He, by the rules, technically he can't.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
the DM, and if you would say that he has some sort of special ability that lets him do it, then he does.
You can go
That's your
through
business.
allies as
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Under normal rules,
Sure.
Not
that's
in
totally
this
fine. Yeah, I
particular
wasn't sure
circumstance.
if it was friendly or non-friendly targets. Bimmer, thank you again for all of the bits. We really appreciate it very, very much.
I mean, I did tell him I was here to end his people. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also...
That's fair. Yeah, so he's going to use his bonus action to shift 5 feet over, or sorry, 10 feet over, and swing towards Marcus.
Slap me.
He will provoke attacks from the
grabby.
people that are there.
so from Dandelion and Twig, because I used my reaction to
Yeah,
hit him when
so
he came
held.
around the corner.
She did too.
Yeah,
She already
so
attacked,
just
so just Twig.
Yep.
Get him.
Come on, crit rogues.
22.
Also good.
Also not a crit, but still good.
22?
22 hits, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Very good.
It's gonna get scary for them.
Same.
22, no.
Then I would run.
Mm-hmm.
You should have
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, the ability for this, he actually does not provoke opportunity attacks from you because you were the first target that he hit.
Cool.
So he does not provoke that from you.
Cool.
Come
over and slap me.
Nope, that's a natural 1.
Good. Good.
You can try.
Yeah, so he is going to run down this hallway, strike into Twig, swing and strike Shay, and as he turns, he catches his axe on the side wall as he moves, and I'm going to say that he drops it behind him as he moves forward and is now standing in front of you, his weapon lying on the ground behind him.
Uh-huh.
That's
I'm a
his
very
turn.
large fan of that.
Mr. Pigeon, you are up.
Okay. I am going to double check how far I can put my clone.
How far can you put spiritual weapon?
Yep, we're gonna check that too.
I think it's 30.
It's a lot.
I think it's within 30 and then can move 30.
Oh wait, I might not.
Yeah.
Actually, I might not even be able to do that. Let me see.
What an absurdly good spell.
I miss playing the cleric.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
no bonus action this time, but no spiritual weapon this time. Yeah, so I will create my copy.
Yep.
Do you that guy?
Yeah, I got you.
I need to get an actual copy. I have one. I need to paint it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it bigger, though?
Much bigger. This one was 3D printed, and my buddy that 3D printed it for me printed the first one to scale wrong, so it's like this tall.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the scariest clown you've ever seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail
It's kind
on
of
it.
better, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna, I guess they're still like around this corner.
Yeah, you don't know how many people are there technically.
Oh yeah, no, I just
but yeah,
I would want to
there are
put
others.
summon this behind him so he can't see it.
Sure.
So I'm thinking I'd probably summon it back just to make sure. No, I'm just gonna summon him right there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I will use my action to summon a clone of myself there.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay back here, and for my bonus action, I will healing word Twig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Mr. Pigeon utters.
For 8 HP.
Well, I guess you don't hear anything. You see a
Healing silence.
a slight puff of smoke as a clone of Mr. Pigeon appears directly behind this
Just a loving dove.
large man. And he makes some pigeon sounds and a bright green energy kind of like rushes around Twig, and you are healed for whatever amount.
Yep. And then and my clone of me there, and that's my turn.
Cool. Twig, you're up.
I'm gonna run up on him
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna stab him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the back.
Nope. No, that's an 8. 8 on the die.
What's your...
You get +2 from flanking.
That's why I'm asking.
So plus your mod. So we're at a 10.
16.
16 will hit.
Oh.
Oh, tearing to pieces.
Flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Flanking's good.
Mm-hmm.
Any flankers in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
We got a hashtag flanker in the chat. Thank you.
Ooh,
Hashtag
Benjamin
flank
Franklin is also a good one.
Benjamin Flank.
Might have to change my name.
I might go to Abraham Lincoln.
That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna run back here.
So you're not disengaging,
I-
correct?
Yeah, I don't. So if I
Do you have mobile as a
hit
feat?
them, they
It's the subclass.
Oh,
Yeah,
skirmisher!
Ah,
Fuck yeah, that's
okay.
right.
make opportunity attacks.
Got it. Okay.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so you you push yourself off of this stone wall, and remind me, what weapon do you have? You have a short sword or do you have a
A
dagger?
rapier.
Rapier, okay. Yeah, so you push yourself off the wall, rapier in one hand, stab into his back, and then just sink down, pull it out, and kind of dip back behind your friends. All right, next up is one of the guards in the front there,
Mm-hmm.
who is going to...
Teleport behind Rim.
Oh. Thank God, Blink Strike exists.
Crit you yet? So we'll say the one on the right there is going to move around the corner, and he is logically going to strike the Mr. Pigeon clone
Yeah.
because he's right there. So he is going to
The
roll to
old
attack
pigeon clone.
Oldest trick in the book.
that.
Pigeon.
Either way,
Got
that
him.
won't hit. So he swings.
Sure, my AC's terrible.
And now he rolled a 3 on the die, so
Okay.
there's no way.
Damn.
Yeah, unless your AC is like a 7.
No,
Okay.
not that bad.
Yeah. So he
Isn't it? You'd be naked. You have an AC of at least 10.
so he swings his short sword towards the clone of Mr. Pigeon as the clone just kind of like dances and you hear just like pigeon coos echoing around these cave walls as it slides to the side. He's going to use his second attack. That's a natural 20 on the clone.
Sure does. Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to just kind of stab through the clone of Mr. Pigeon and just kind of look confused for a second and then step back. All right, next up is Rin.
Oh, okay. First thing I'm going to do is use my bonus action to Blade Song. And second thing I will do is firebolt this idiot in front of me without an axe.
Mm-hmm.
Firebolt. I think you said fireball. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Fuck 'em up.
It's a nat 1.
Not Murdoch! My closest of friends!
Yeah.
Damn it!
So
Ran on the back of my
Let me roll that Murdoch damage for you.
Oh. Give him a warm hand on the
Oh,
ass.
it's a nice 1.
Alright, that's fine. If anything, can probably get him ready to go.
It's just warm.
I'm firing it. I'm
One
missing.
say.
Get him, idiot.
It's like when you accidentally touch like a hot pot with your wrist. It's like, ooh.
Murdoch.
yeah, so
Redneck, how you doing?
you hold your blades up in the air as they glow. We decided on green for that, correct? I think
Green?
for the blades. What color was your blade song? Did we decide on that?
No.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
okay. I thought we decided on that.
Nope.
Okay. Fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so you hold up your blades and enter your blade song state, and you immediately cast Firebolt, attempting to split right between Marcus and Murdoch, and you strike Murdoch right in the back of the head as he just like kind of pats the back of his hair a little bit and looks back. You all right, Ren?
Sorry.
It's fine. It's dark, close quarters. I understand. Be careful. Anything else?
No. That'll be it.
All right. Next up is Marcus.
Fantastic. I still have no concept of how many individuals came around that corner, but I guess I would have heard this man attack the clone.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a fierce grunt of
Yeah,
confusion.
you would have heard like, oh.
That was very good.
I like that, yeah.
That was very, very confused sounding.
It's my natural state.
Yeah, I am going to take 10 feet of my movement to slide into and then through Murdoch's space. Go to 15 to get on the side of the guy. Go to 20 to go to that opposite corner, and then 25 to get right behind him. Like that. Yep.
Stand on top of his axe.
Yeah, I'm going to step onto his axe and just put my full armored body on this man's weapon.
Yep.
Man. With a passive perception of a 10, does it look like he has any other weapons on his person? As I am shuffling around a battlefield.
Yep.
He only has studded leather on, which is strategically cut, and there are many open spaces. But
yeah, he has 2 daggers across the center of his chest. You would have seen.
sure, very visible in the front. Yeah. Man. Nah, I feel like I'm... Because it's here.
Do it.
We gonna clap his cheeks in the chat?
I guess I probably can't see the backmost one. Do you think that I got a line of sight on the...
I think you could see the other one. Yeah, I don't think you can
front
see
one?
the back one. But
Sure.
Yeah, you can definitely see the front one from there.
Yeah, it's definitely a conquering presence, and I'm gonna have each of the 3 visible enemies that I can see. Please make wisdom saving throws as I attempt to terrify them with me for 1 minute.
Yep, the captain is terrified of you.
Good. I believe it's a 13 on the...
The clown boy. That's a 6, so yep, he is terrified.
Just really all around
Another one.
great. With save.
Yep. A 15.
15 will pass, so that
Alright,
guy
so
is
he
not...
is not scared. The other 2
It's
are.
a little bit further away. It's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is wonderfully, wonderfully frightened of me. I guess in terms of... He's already frightened, he can't move closer. There's not really a value in compelling duel because we got him pinned. Yeah, I'll just use my bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite on my maul. That will conclude my turn, standing on this man's great axe.
You got it.
That's it for me.
Next up is the other unfeared guard who's going to move around the corner and take his place next to his friend. Unaware that that is a clone, but seeing you behind his captain, he's going to attempt to attack you.
You got it.
That is going to be 11.
No.
Didn't think so.
No,
he's
I'm
gonna
in
try
armor this
again.
time, Don. I put my clothes on for this battle.
How about a 17?
17 will do it.
All right. Let's see here.
Lawrence, you okay? Okay.
Okay, so he's going to expend a superiority die. He's going to attempt to push you into the wall.
Cool.
Get him.
So please make a strength saving throw.
You got it. There's a 21.
All right, he rolls an 18. So, yeah, he does not push you.
Cool.
So he stabs into you with his blade,
What kind of blade he got?
short sword,
Short sword.
for 6 points of damage,
6.
and attempts to shove you as he stabs.
That's 9.
But is unable to move you as his boots kind of scrape across the stone.
I'll do my con save. I keep my Wrathful Smite.
Cool.
It's an 11 on the die.
That is his turn. Next is the other smaller man back there. Who's other way around. The smaller man would have been behind, I think.
Sure.
So yeah, the
Switch
these
these
two.
two?
Yeah, switch those
He
two.
was
Yep.
here.
Yep.
He was.
So he's going to.
Does that guy need to be up 5 feet more to attack me?
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So that smaller man.
Yeah, that was the guy that was not frightened of me.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Relevant.
Guy's gonna have a fun time getting to somebody.
Yep. So he can move through.
He can move through an ally at the cost of difficult terrain, so
Through
it's 10
walls,
feet.
stab me.
Yeah, he's got 30 feet of movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, he can get to the other side of his friend there.
Cool.
Bring him to me, Dom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's behind me.
Yep.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Mess.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open up this pit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he is going to
Slap
also
me.
stab into you.
Yeah.
He is wielding 2 short swords.
Cool. He's got 2 on flanking against me.
First one is an 18 to hit
18 will it?
for 8 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Con saves galore. Oh, the exact 10 keeps.
And his second attack is going to be a 16.
16 hits?
Okay. For 4 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
We're
on him. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm very good at keeping my concentration, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good.
That is good.
I'm going to slap one of these fuckers.
All right. He is going to. Nope, that's it. That's his turn. Next up is Dandelion.
Are any of them? Who's been injured? Just the
captain.
Just the captain.
Yep.
How's
he
he
look?
looking, by the way?
Yeah.
He looks okay for right now.
Good.
Not in a grip spot because he doesn't have a weapon, but.
I'm going to.
It was a good try pushing me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Surprisingly,
Mm-hmm.
on this guy with the short swords.
Okay.
Mhm. The one right behind me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little guy. What? It's another 6. I think it's a 12. 12 to hit.
It's a small guy.
The small guy.
Is that including the flanking?
No.
Ranged.
'Cause-
It's yeah. It's.
Sure.
12 does not hit.
That will be my turn.
All right. Next up.
Archer 1.
Yep.
Unless you had something different.
No, yeah, it would be Archer 1.
Yep. Because everybody up there has moved.
Yep. They're going to move up.
Which one?
It doesn't really matter. One of them is going to move up down the stairs since they're on a raised platform and take a flanking position on the inside wall here. Just take the one that's in front of you and move him up to that corner down the bottom of the stairs so that way you can aim down the hallway if more people come and take a defensive position. The second one's going to do the same thing on the other wall.
Very good.
Back to the top of the order with Shay.
Stab a bro from behind.
Yep.
It's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Uh, 17 damage.
Which one is that?
Small boy.
Small boy?
Small boy with short swords.
Stabbed a small boy.
Alright, 17 to the small boy.
And then I will bonus action. While my sword's still in him,
Okay.
I'll use the help action on my good friend Marcus here
Mm-hmm.
to aid him in hitting a weaponless man.
You got it.
I did intend to do that and push him 5 feet
Oh,
closer
like-
to Rin.
Twist the blade to make its friend yell out. To
Okay.
distract
Oh,
him.
it's dim lit.
Yes, you stab and
ready.
twist your blade, and as he just
I love him.
I'm sorry, what?
The sound effects today.
Could you
Done.
could you repeat that one?
Yes.
okay, it's a one-off.
Well, I'm gonna need it again though.
Okay.
That was surprisingly the same.
Yeah, that was good.
Doesn't
I'm
say
pretty
for-
good. I'm pretty
for
good at
one-off,
replicating voices and sounds.
All right, one more time.
Okay. Next up is the
Captain.
uh,
Captain, my captain.
Yep. He is going to turn around, grab the 2 daggers off of his chest, and attempt to stab Marcus with disadvantage.
Absolutely. Have a good time.
That's going to be a 16.
16 hits.
First attack
Mm-hmm.
for 6 points of piercing damage.
Mm. Come on, con saves. Nope. There goes Wrathful Smite.
Rip.
Yield 2.
And that second one is not going to hit.
Good.
Let me see if his.
I'm
bonus
in
action
incredible amounts of
recharged.
pain.
His bonus action does not recharge. That is his turn. Mr. Pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you bleeding physically?
I'm in horrible pain.
You look real bad, huh?
I look
Okay.
real bad.
So I'm going to slink past people here. So going diagonal, would that use 10 or 20 feet? Because someone's next to me too.
We've never counted diagonals as doing the intermittent 10, 5, 10, 5,
Yeah, so
because
you're-
it's just fucking annoying, honestly. It's a math step that like nobody has a good time with. It's easier to just even it out by permitting both sides to do it.
Yep.
It only takes me 20 to get here anyway, and I have 35, so
Mhm.
that's fine. I will stop there so I don't get stabbed in the back. And I am going to inflict wounds on this captain.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's within 5 feet of my clone, I get advantage. So that's going to be a 16.
That will hit.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just saying, just flanking count on spell attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they're melee. Yep.
Nice.
Gotta be those touch spells.
Mm-hmm. The
For
old
14 points of
necrotic
necrotic.
touch.
Okay. He is now bloodied.
Very good.
And to sell that mystery there, I will have my clone deliver that spell instead of me.
Cool.
Even though he hasn't seen the clone yet.
Mm.
You said that was 15?
14 damage.
14.
Yep. He's taken 58 total.
And then I will, with my bonus action, healing word of Marcus.
My lord and savior clown.
For 6 HP.
Oh. Thank you.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Next up, I don't think Murdoch went.
He did not.
No,
Nope.
he got singed.
Oh, does he want to help now?
Yeah, this is what he gets from
Oh,
his
there,
help. I know you skipped your initiative order.
I don't think I
Last-
rolled initiative for him.
He's not even on my list. So.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll throw them at the bottom, but I'll have him roll his attack against him now.
Sure.
Because I definitely forgot to roll.
Get him, Murdoch.
I wrote
Yeah, that's a
main
dirty
man.
20.
I
so
also
that is
wrote
gonna
main
hit.
man.
I don't know who main man is.
I
Probably the
feel like it's
captain.
Jason Momoa.
But I have captain up here.
Yeah, that's
Who
why I think
knows?
main man is Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's going to deal 11 points of damage.
Good job, Murdoch. He's at 69, Don. What a hero Murdoch is.
Nice.
Unkillable now.
Yep. He gets invulnerability to all damage. Damn it, Murdoch! You awakened his trap card.
Okay, Twig, you are up.
I'm gonna move up
Mhm.
in this space here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna stab the little guy.
Yep.
Just tag team it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
You have +5 from flanking this time because we have him on 3 sides.
21.
Wait,
Yes.
Yes.
That does hit.
Twelve damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna.
He is
move
also
back.
bloodied.
You can use your bonus action to attack again, since you don't need it for anything else. If you have I don't know if you have a second weapon.
Isn't my thing?
Mm-mm. No, because it's free because of your thing.
Oh, I'm not using.
Yeah, because you don't actually have to disengage.
Right.
I don't know if you have a second rapier or dagger, but if you do,
I have a dagger.
I didn't even. Yep. So,
Get that.
yeah, give them the dazzle after the razzle.
that's an 8.
You still have flanking. And
Yeah, you still have +5 from flanking.
Oh, you still get that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It would be 13.
13 will hit.
Stab the small man.
Do I still get my?
So you don't get to add a modifier to the attack, so it's just whatever the die is. But hey, better than nothing.
3.
Yeah.
It's
He
free.
looks
Mhm.
real bad.
Real bad.
Right there.
As you give him the old 1-2 punch with your rapier and your dagger.
Please, the razzle dazzle.
The razzle dazzle.
Appropriate for the circus folk.
That's what my sickles are named.
And then you dip back
Just
again.
can't tell anyone.
Exactly, just nobody knows.
All right.
I know.
Next is this guard that is terrified of Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Who is behind Marcus? That's the little guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The one that's terrified is behind a clone of Mr. Pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
So he really can't do
Yeah,
a whole
he can't
lot.
move. He can't move
Yeah,
in that
he-
direction.
he
He can
can-
flee.
He can flee.
He can also repeat the saving throw at the end of his turn.
Okay.
But for now, he can flee.
He is going to. Who can he see? He can see down this hallway, but he can't see down the other one because he's too far
He'd
back.
have sight on Marcus, Mr. Pigeon behind Marcus. Technically, he could see me and
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically.
Yeah, he is going to pull a dagger from off of his chest as well and fling it towards Mr. Pigeon.
Oh, at disadvantage, sir.
Disadvantage. Nope.
That is the only way to now interrupt the DM. Instead of like, hey, I have a question.
It's like Parliament. We have to make weird noises.
Get like a gavel.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'll get a gavel.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
You
be
would.
terrible for the audio,
I
but I'll
believe
buy
you.
it.
It's gotta be a squeaky, like.
I feel like there's a
Fisher-Price
strong
gavel.
chance I already have a plastic gavel. I'm gonna be honest.
I can
There's
just go
a-
get the horn. You want to go
Oh,
get the horn?
yeah.
It's got to be better than when we used to touch the table and it would vibrate up
Mhm.
through the microphone.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I fixed that in with post-processing stuff, thankfully, because that was the worst.
Mhm.
No, that is gonna miss.
Good.
He's going to pull his second one and throw it off with disadvantage as well.
Good.
No, that is a 4.
Mhm.
So both
Can
of
I
those are
catch
gonna
that
miss.
one with my reaction?
Sure. Yeah, so he whips the one towards you, and you kind of like see it out of the corner of your eye, and dip back, and you see him throw the second one, and you just reach your hand up and grab it. You just catch grab the blade out of the air, and he just kind of like looks at the clone, looks back at you, and just shakes his head.
Scariest shit I've ever seen.
I don't think so.
I'm scared of the Black Knight, but there's a fucking clown next to
So
it.
you just with chopsticks catch the knife out of the air.
Isn't that a monk feature?
It is, with arrows.
I'm just gonna allow it.
I mean, you're for flavor.
I was gonna say, I'll
whatever,
roll for it too.
No, that's
but I
flavor wise. Nah, it's more horrifying if you just.
Yeah, we're gonna collect the
Good to
daggers at
know.
the end of combat anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm
not as if
gonna
you're
throw it
not
back.
going to kill them.
Yeah.
Or aren't we?
Next up would be Rin. He has to repeat the save, right?
He doesn't have to.
He's welcome
I mean,
to.
you're very welcome to not.
Okay, so I need to clarify something. You did say it was dimly lit in this corridor, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
I also still have pass without trace.
14.
14 will pass.
That
Okay.
affects that,
He's
but-
no longer terrified.
No,
Very
I'm
good.
going to use Shadow Blade with advantage. I'm going to shimmy to the left here, moving my blades to my left hand,
Yep.
moving up to Big Man, and I'm going to cast Shadow Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attack him with Shadow Blade,
You got it.
which has advantage because it's dim or dark lighting.
he's now also completely trapped.
Yeah, he is.
Did he pass his?
Son of a bitch.
his
For him, no, he's frightened of these
I
things.
actually, good thing I had advantage because I nat 1'd again. That's great.
Stab Murdoch again.
Yeah, really. Sorry, I don't have my. So it's going to be a 23. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and psychic
Whoa.
damage incoming. 7.
Right.
Because I rolled another goddamn 1.
So you, with your shadowy
That's
spectral
6.
blade, where are you aiming to stab him?
Stab him?
Yeah.
Across the chest.
Sure.
Slashing.
Yep. So you, with your spectral blade, kind of slash across his chest, striking the areas where his armor is missing, and just kind of like carve a piece of flesh out.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. You just see him kind of like wince and grunt.
Good.
Also, you could have repeated for him at the end of his turn because he did go again at the top of the order.
No, 3.
Good.
Not at all.
Good.
Is he looking rough?
The one that I cared about, yeah, he's bloody.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
after I slash him, I would say surrender. In Dwarvish, of course.
All right, next up is Marcus.
Very good. He doesn't respond to the from my good friend Rin.
He does not.
Cool. I have no idea what Rin has said. I'm assuming it's a taunt. I'm gonna use my bonus action and recast Wrathful Smite.
Mm-hmm.
And then good old Shay help action. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this man with my big old maul. You're flanked, so 17, 19.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any healing spells. So I'm gonna say, ignore that cure wounds on my spell list. I'm gonna pop a smite. I don't have any healing spells, Don.
What are healing?
This is how you play Paladin.
You're goddamn right. You don't have any other
Healing
spells.
spells.
It's only smite. You don't need anything.
Cast a spell, it's a smite.
It's smite.
Otherwise, you use the rest of the slots on smites.
Exactly.
Smite, small, wrathful. And then could you make another wisdom saving throw?
He's very good at those.
Yeah.
15.
Damn it, I wanted to frighten him again. Fear me!
Reduce! Who's not afraid of recycling?
30.
Good God!
Yeah. Smite.
You just crush him into the ground.
Good.
You strike him in the back and his body crumples and falls towards and slightly on top
I want
of
that,
him.
like, bridge of the cervical and thoracic spine to just shatter underneath the maul.
Yeah, so you just,
Just
you
accordion this
like,
man.
slowly lift your maul up, slightly scraping against the ceiling as he hears. Ren, you see his eyes kind of widen as he hears the scrape of
Oh,
the
it's
maul.
coming.
And you see him slightly turn to the side to look at what's coming as the maul strikes, shatters his spine and his shoulder blades, and his body just like flies forward, and just his head lands pretty much on your feet as
Oh
he
yeah, I do have the
crumples to
crusher feet. I
ground.
will absolutely move his corpse 5 feet.
Yeah, so you
Just
actually,
slap him into the fucking wall to the side.
Yeah. So his body just like slides, crumpling to the side, kind of like in Rin's space a little bit, like his head just kind of lying sideways next to Rin's feet. And the life absolutely drains from his eyes as you crush him into the wall.
Very good. Yeah, and then I'll turn and I guess just look at the small man behind me who's bleeding. I'm just gonna look down at him.
He is, as he's dying, going to use his reaction and stab Rin in front of him.
Yay!
He does have the ferocity.
Come on!
Make
Crit
one
me!
melee attack vectors to
Crit me!
0.
Crit me! Crit me! Crit me!
He also has
He's frightened.
disadvantage because he's still afraid
He does.
of
He's very afraid of me as I'm killing him.
Oh man. So it's a natural
38.
20 and a 14. So the second
What's his modifier?
If he
What's
has
his
advantage-
modifier?
Hold on. So that would be a 19 to hit. No? Okay.
No.
Yeah. So as he's falling and you watch as the life begins to drain from his eyes, his soul leaving his body, he stabs towards you with his dagger and you parry it away into the wall as Marcus continues through with the maul and just slams him into the stone. And he falls lifeless
like
at your
just
feet.
rubble cascading around this dude's corpse.
Oh yeah, the
As I
walls.
just savagely
Yeah,
wreck him.
the walls absolutely shake slightly from the areas where this has been like built up out of the like mountain as they kind of like finished this area off. Any finishings that they did in this area, he is like in those bricks.
Good. Yeah, no, like I said,
The old devil smite.
I'm just gonna turn and look down, like I said, at the small man behind me and just heavily breathe behind my great helm.
It's just Darth Vader, this guy.
Oh, God! Why did we follow that guy? I just saw him turn to mush.
Small man's turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. He's dead. All right.
I thought you meant small.
No.
He's dead?
He just dies.
He's a heart attack.
No, so you see him as he moves. He's going to use his bonus action and slip his short sword into a small thin pouch at his side before whipping it out like kind of a side grip and slashing across or attempting to with his.
It's gonna get your shins.
Like my leggies?
Yeah,
You going
right
for my
at your
leggies?
Right at your leggies.
I love my
That is
leggies,
a
dude.
25 to hit.
Yeah,
Woo! Please make a Constitution saving throw.
you got it. Bam. 19.
All right, you pass.
Good. I
so-
would hope. Or else I'm petrified more of the small man.
He's actually the boss.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I blew the smites on the hit point fodder. What are we doing?
You killed my meat shield.
Gonna get your leggies.
You'll never walk again.
Yes, so you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Still
slashing damage, I guess, because he's slashing. And he is going to continue his movement as he spins. Who else is around him?
Within 5 feet of him, you mean?
Yes.
Pigeon,
Me and my clone.
Dandelion, and me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
All
the
right.
clone.
And his good old enemy, or his friend there.
Yep. Mr. Pigeon, you're behind him, right?
He's
Mr. Pigeon,
Over
is-
The
here.
little guy. I'm
Mr.
right
Pigeon
here.
and the
Okay.
clone are next to Marcus.
Got it.
Yeah, well,
I'm
he's-
behind
So
him,
he's going to
Dandelion's
continue
next
as
to
he
me.
swings, and he's going to hit you
Sure.
with his sword, just extending his arm slightly. That is a 21 to hit.
This is a
Sure
short
does.
man with really long arms. I dig him.
He is the boss.
Right?
Yeah, what was that guy's name?
I fucking Braunfellow or some nonsense, dude.
Please make
Fucking
a
A
Constitution saving
fucking
throw.
card. Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay,
They're nice.
Also that. So this green liquid that was on the edge of his blade just kind of runs down your skin and tingles slightly on the both of you, but does not enter the
Like Ben
wound.
Gay.
Yeah. It's like icy hot. It's actually it's
My
not-
leggies. Thanks, dude.
It's helping with the
I
muscular.
feel loose
tension.
now.
You can do anything.
This is such a good cave.
For punting small.
You're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage.
All right.
But that is it for him. Next up is Dandelion,
See if I lose pass without trace.
Eldritch Blast.
Damn.
The small
the small man.
I don't think it was doing anything anymore.
Oh no, Sarah, is he within 5 feet of you?
Is
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, let me see if I lose my clone. That's way more important.
Is that bad?
I believe you have disadvantage on ranged attacks within 5 feet. I don't remember whether or not it's applicable for just bows. It's one of those situations where I've never played a ranged character.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just bows.
The range is 120 feet, but it doesn't say that it's a range.
Yeah, it's bows, crossbows, and thrown.
Yeah, I don't
think
think
it
it's on
applies.
Range
spell
spells?
attacks because they don't have a minimum.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
matter because
There-
I rolled a 3.
There isn't
so,
one for firebolt, so.
Very good.
assume.
It
Yeah,
says
it's a
if it's a ranged spell attack, you get disadvantage if the target's within 5 feet of you. Some spells ask you to make a melee spell attack, which does not count. So if it specifically says ranged spell attack, then it is at disadvantage.
still a 9.
Okay. Yeah, that will not hit.
And I've done nothing.
When he hits me, I will lose my clone.
Okay. Next up is the archer, who is going to hold his action and see if anybody comes around the corner, as will Archer 2. Murdoch is going to... Can he get somewhere to hit somebody, or are we pretty...
He can get in the space between Dandelion and Mr. Pigeon and strike the small man with short swords.
He's going to do that.
So he can definitely step over the corpse of the
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Just smush him a little bit. Just slaughter Rin.
Yeah, that's a 19 on the die, which hits.
Good job, Murdoch.
Yep, he rolls an 8 plus his modifier. Will kill the small man.
Yeah!
So with his stolen great axe, he smashes this small man into the ground.
Smashes with an axe?
He turns it
So-
sideways.
What the Murdoch!
He brings it down and swivels
Yeah, dude,
and
you were
just-
fucking whirlwinding and moving and shifting when we fought you. Now you're smashing with axes?
Pancakes this man with an
he's
axe.
taking
I can do it
inspiration
too.
from your maul.
That's fair.
And he switches it to the side, the great axe, and just crushes this guy, breaking his spine, and he is dead.
Pat him on the back. Good one, Murdoch.
There's the little guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Perhaps we'll get you a ball in the future, Murdoch.
Appreciate that.
Very good.
Back up to the top of the order, Shay.
I'm gonna step forward and stab a guy in the stomach.
Yeah.
So 15 hit him.
15 hits.
Get his leggies.
Are the archers just chilling?
Yep, they're holding their
Who's
action.
main man?
Jason Momoa.
He's not here.
Are
It
you
might be
sure?
Murdoch.
10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll
No.
just slide back to where I was.
Yep. Do you know
I
which
think
one
we
of
were
I will
putting
bonus
that
action
as a
disengage. I'll actually
placeholder for the
slide
dude
back
'cause
into
we
the
weren't
room.
sure what one
Okay.
it
All the
was,
way
and
back.
then
5,
he
10,
rolled
15,
it.
20,
He
25.
rolled the
Yeah,
value, then put it
or
up there.
up in the corner.
I think. I don't know either. I literally also, as well, had main man at the bottom and specifically wrote him as main man. But I do also have Lawrence and then Captain. You
Yeah.
also have.
I'm telling you, main man is Murdoch.
See,
Yep.
I'm convinced that one of these rounds will get to main man's turn. Jason Momoa will walk through the door.
With my
sit down
shop
at the
delivery
table.
from home.
I've called
He'll
him out.
give you a big hug.
That yellow shirt is
and then
not
he'll take his
big
main
enough
man turn.
to contain his muscles.
He really was a very broad man.
No, I'm sure.
Incredibly intimidating.
Yeah, I mean,
So
there's
friendly,
the meme
but
where
like,
he,
good lord, the energy of just like an actual celebrity.
Oh yeah.
Just like pulling you in. I'm like, sure.
I mean, there's the
like
one
Comic-Con?
picture of him about to tackle.
Yeah, it was Toronto fan.
This is how it begins, John.
Yeah, I met him and Jason Momoa, and then who's the lady who plays the love interest for Captain America in the original one, where she has her own spin-off show?
Oh, Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy? Yeah, I don't remember the
I don't know
actress's
the.
name.
Yeah, I just know the character.
Yeah, no, all super nice people.
Mr. Pigeon, you were up.
All right. Would you say I noticed the oil on that short sword that guy tried to stab me with?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I want to grab that and stick it in this guy. Go diagonal. Is this the guy that threw the dagger, by the way?
No, the one on the other side of your clone.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm going to take the thrown dagger and I'm going to swap it with one of my sickles and grab that short sword off the ground and try to attack that guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is
Is that the one you stabbed as well?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Just making sure.
Alright. That's going to be probably... Do we have any kind of flight? No, it's just the two of us now. So that will be an 11 to hit.
11 will not hit.
All right, and hit him with the follow-up with the sickle. The first one probably would have been with the poison. No, that'll be like a 7.
All right. Yeah, you move up, grab the short sword off the ground, and stab towards him. If he just kind of like ducks backwards, and you swipe with the sickle, and he ducks down under it, just looking very confused and horrified the entire time. Next up is Twig.
She's able to get up in front of me.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh, I guess, I mean, if you don't mind afterwards, I would step back here.
Yeah,
I don't know if
absolutely.
that messes up your movement, but wouldn't leave his
shouldn't.
range.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
I guess I would move there then, since that
Yeah,
would be
that. So this way
closer.
you're fine for.
Doing the dance.
And
We are performers.
full step. 14.
14 will hit.
Okay.
You with your rapier stab into his chest as he just kind of mouth agape as you dash from behind the wall and stab him, and you watch as the life drains from his eyes as he sinks to the ground.
Do the blood spit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
I want to kick him off my rapier. Have it in there.
And then dance backwards again.
Yeah.
Is it actual dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it like
Do
cartwheels?
Jazzy arm flail. Do the fucking robot.
Yeah.
She moonwalks back into the hallway. Moonwalks back into the darkness while his friend watches.
Yeah, he's witnessed a clown catch a dagger out of the air.
human-sized cat
Don't
doing a
forget about the
moonwalk.
clown that reached out, grabbed the dude, and just.
Pulled him into the night.
Cool.
That happened about. What?
40 seconds
40
ago.
seconds. Yeah.
It's bad. It's all bad.
This is horrifying.
Next up is Ren, because that other guy is dead.
I'm just gonna walk past my my bud here, walk over him.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi.
And I'm gonna say before I slash, I will say surrender in Dwarvish.
Okay.
Before I attack, I'm gonna hit him with my advantage Shadow Blade. Another one. I'm not rolling this one anymore. Oh God. 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay, then I'll offhand.
Yep.
Please. Okay, 23.
23 hits.
Better.
Make it was no. I'm kidding.
No, please. He will take. That's offhand, so 4 damage.
Okay.
And that'll conclude my turn.
You got it. Next up is Marcus.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide over the corpse of that one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And go around to the back of this man.
Yep.
They're here.
Yep. There's fine. I have no concept that there's archers in another room. I'm not gonna met on that. I'm gonna slam this man in the fucking back.
Mm-hmm.
17, 19.
Yes. Absolutely.
You would know that the archers were there because she had Shimmer go into the room and she told us they were there.
Fair. I still wanted the flanking anyway. I would have put myself so this way I could draw the straight line.
Sure.
It is only using 5, because corpse 10, 15, 20. So I'll be able to move some. Yeah, I'm going to hit him for 7 bludgeoning damage. I'll use my crusher. I'm going to slap him 5 feet to the left.
Yep.
And then I will use my remaining movement to move up into his space, to occupy his space, to put my back against the wall.
Very good. You slam him to the side as you hit him with your maul and just maneuver him directly into the wall and slide into his space.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm out of spell slots, so I have no more bonus action features.
All right.
I'm good.
It is his turn now. He is going to stab towards Ren and say in Dwarvish,
In Dwarvish?
back to you, live for my land, die for my land.
He's a water person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
16.
Release the river.
Do not read from the
Oh,
book.
you're gonna try again?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me shield.
19.
No.
Okay. Yep. That's both of his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Dandelion, you're up.
Just run it back.
Believe
Just run it back.
in the only good thing about playing a lock.
I messed it up with all my.
Spell casting outside.
You mean all of your bonus actions or spells?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any bonus. I have the.
You do.
I have hex. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I always sit next to the warlocks?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're cursed.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Great.
Once again.
They always miss too.
Mm-hmm.
I would like
Bam.
to Eldritch Blast
Mm-hmm.
this guy right here.
You're gonna hit him. See?
16.
16 hits.
Hit. Easy. Just like my firebolt.
It's going to be 8 points of
Yeah.
Nice.
Damage.
Yeah, you watch as a purple beam of energy erupts from Dandelion's hand, striking this man in the chest as he kind of stumbles backwards, trips, and dies on the ground.
Oh, he's dead?
Mm-hmm.
That guy sucked.
Yeah, that guy was.
That guy was a little bitch.
Yeah, right?
Cool. That's it for Sarah.
Finally did something.
Archers.
Yep.
And main
They
man.
do not have a line of sight. Same as before, they're going to both hold their actions.
Cool.
Murdoch is going to just look over to you. What now?
There's a shield.
There's 2 more still.
All right.
Yeah. I'll stow my maul and pull out my shield. None of the individuals in here had a shield, and then the storagey area that we relieved of its contents, we only found like the great axe. We didn't find another shield by any chance.
There's some meat shields on the floor.
Yeah, you can carry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no physical shields, but
Sure.
you can definitely grab a body.
Yeah, yeah. I have a large like kite shield.
Yep.
So I will. I have no problem walking first. I'm in still quite a bit of pain though. But I'm happy to walk first.
I can be invisible.
That's great. You can do that.
I'm going to go invisible.
Goodbye.
I will shout to them, since we know that there's only 2,
Mm.
in common.
Mm.
Yep.
Lay down your arms.
And they return in common, same as you heard the other man say. Live for our land, die for our land.
I'm laying on hands on myself. I'm fucking going in, dude. Fuck these people.
Yep, I'm following you.
Yep. I will, like I said, stow my maul.
Yep.
Pull out my shield. Great axe. Short sword. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll snatch one of the short swords up.
Sure.
I will heal myself for all 15 of my good old lay on hands pool.
Mm-hmm.
Pop a shield on myself.
I'm going to start going in.
And then eat one of these short swords.
Just run ahead of us invisible.
You can see me.
Bam. And then yeah, I'm very happy to begin walking forward with ideally Murdoch on my side.
Yep.
If he's willing to pick up one of these corpses and use them as a meat shield.
Absolutely he is.
Good.
She said Murdoch's next
Dandelion
to
would
you.
know that
Yeah.
they're...
We would be turning the corner together whenever
Okay.
we're good.
Can I run ahead before
Sure.
everyone goes?
Yeah, I mean you got time.
They're just gonna hang there until we round this corner.
Yep.
Okay. I guess while we're getting ourselves ready, if I can relieve one of these corpses of a head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Stow one of my swords and have one sword and one head, preferably the captain's head.
Sure, absolutely.
Want to play dodgeball or?
Hold his head like a lantern.
I'm gonna walk up and return the dagger to that guy. Just literally bury it in his chest.
Yep.
Oh,
Whenever you're ready.
I
So-
am very prepared.
This is
A
on
landing,
top,
right? Like an
Yeah, that-
elevation?
yeah.
Like
that area
this
is raised
area
up.
in the center is what's down.
Correct.
Are they
You're getting
standing
ahead.
on the
Yeah,
staircase?
Yep.
No,
something
there's
like that.
space in front.
Okay.
Yeah, staircases behind them and up.
Cool.
so how long would it take us to prepare and then start walking?
I mean,
Not very long.
stowing my thing, picking up a weapon is like free item interaction. So I'm like 12 seconds of prep.
How long does it take me to get ahead?
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sure.
Okay.
So say 3 rounds worth of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 3 rounds worth of movement / recon for whatever you want to do, Sarah. Take your full 3 turns.
When I use the stink shroom in the pillow fight, how far did that smell permeate?
I'll have to look. Hold on.
Some very intense music.
Mm-hmm.
Should pick the Oshwamp combat.
No, this is one of the other ones. I was using Oshwamp combat.
I guess while you're doing that, while we're prepping, I would pull out my, I guess my light crossbow, actually. And have one bolt in it ready for around in this corner.
Mm-hmm.
Got a crossbow. Come in handy later.
Mm-hmm.
When we hunt vampires.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 20-foot cube around you. As you move, if you're holding it, it lingers in the air for some period of time.
Don, whenever we round this corner, I want to use my bonus action to throw the head into the room.
Sure.
And as a help to Marcus to hit somebody that can hear me within 30 feet of me. So as we come up and around.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Sure, absolutely. Bimmer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you very, very much.
Welcome home, Bimmer.
Can we get some hypes in the chat, please?
Dankeschön.
Thank you. So, what I would like to do is that what's in this room? It's been a
So there's a table and a few chairs. There is a few like boxes. There's torches on the wall. There's not a whole lot. This is just kind of like an
It's
entry
the
area.
cage with the troll.
yeah.
So that is to
Forgot about that.
There was a cage troll.
yes. That is to the right of this door. There's a tall cage door dug into the rock.
Eh?
Yes. Cool.
An old troll cage.
Do you want me to
Yep.
grab a troll?
I think we got one, right? Is that
No,
one?
that's a
Is it
stone giant, Don.
giant?
I'll grab a troll.
All right.
So, are there cups on the table? Are there cups on the table?
Yeah.
What I would like to do is grab a cup. And I don't know if this would count as an attack or not, but I want to just throw it as hard as I can at
What are you throwing?
a cup.
Okay.
Something breakable that's going to make a lot of noise.
Sure.
Just going to throw it at like the wall or something.
Where are you throwing it?
At-
Up the stairs?
Like, yeah, if the platform's there, if I'm able to throw it, I want it to break like behind.
Sure.
like-
So you want to throw it up and over so it cracks on the stairs. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you take this clay cup and launch it up the landing as it strikes and shatters into a million pieces on the stairs, and you watch his head turn towards the sound.
Oh, would you say it's a healthy troll or an unhealthy troll?
Definitely an unhealthy troll.
Unhealthy troll.
Fucking
Yeah, the cage. Yeah,
You're
he's-
saying that they don't feed the troll.
They don't
Have
feed the
cages.
troll. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
Quirky?
The troll's gonna crit me. Help.
I love that.
You don't have to. The troll is locked in a cage. A malnourished, sad troll.
Listen, I farm
Maybe we
all
can
the
make a troll
experience.
friend if we feed these guards to him.
That's a friend.
It's a hungry troll.
Yeah.
We
and
just
there's-
step in and feed the troll.
We do have a lot of bodies. Gets rid of the evidence. Troll got out, ate them all.
Strong plan.
Yeah. You still pass the trace up, or how's
We've
this
been
work?
sent here by the law.
Nah, I
I
got
think we're
dropped.
good.
Okay,
I
shit.
lost, yeah.
Just in case we need to, run.
Alright, we'll just make him a friend.
We'll just make him a friend.
Can use a troll in a circus, right?
Actually, yes.
How's charm person work on a troll?
Depends on how personable
I'm
it is.
assuming not well.
Is a troll a humanoid?
No, definitely. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know, but I don't think
Yes.
so.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it really?
I think
No.
so.
No?
No?
I guess it's monstrosity. Or, it's a giant? Okay.
I can't find the cage, so I got him a tent.
That
Is
works.
he going
The
to
old
fit
troll
in
tent.
The tent?
Yeah, I'll lay down in there.
Is it a troll
Look
hut?
at the unhealthy venom troll.
Ugh.
Just floated down in front of my face.
Oh, dust from the venom troll. There he is, in all his glory.
Oh.
He's got his ass in a tent.
Oh, it's
Thank you.
Eeyore.
Cool. What are we doing?
I threw a
Got
cup
Oh!
up top
How's
and
that going?
broke it behind the archer.
Good?
Just gonna adjust the camera.
Sure. Are you Distracting them?
I'm trying to.
Cool.
Do it again.
I throw another one.
You gotta get that tent in there for the troll ass on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Troll's got a trunk, okay?
He does. Very good.
Dump truck troll.
Right?
Belongs in the circus.
Get him a little party hat, like a birthday hat.
Gonna ride a unicycle, a big unicycle.
Teach him to play kazoo.
Yep.
Yeah, Ren has a horn, so you know.
Mine.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
She's distracting something.
Yep.
Throw another cup.
Yeah, he turns and begins to move up the stairs to check what the sound is. As he kind of, you see him motion to the other guy that there's something, and that archer is going to move up onto the platform.
Cool. Would you say that 3 sequences of actions have occurred?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. I begin in unison, walking forward with Murdoch.
Sure. Do you want to move him up the?
Where did he go? Like this way?
Yep. Yeah, you guys begin moving down this hallway.
Okay.
Where are we moving to?
I have 30 feet of movement, so I'm going to go my full 30. And turn whatever I can turn.
So right around here.
Yeah. I'm happy to walk right into the middle of it and take those fucking arrows. Bring me a Murdoch. And everybody else is free to go where they want to go.
Put me behind Marcus if I can make it that far.
I guess I'd go here.
What's your movement?
Put me adjacent to Murdoch. Oh,
Here?
yeah, there. I'll toss the head
This
in.
way.
Hmm?
Toss the head in.
Tossing the head in.
Ooh.
Cool.
I guess we'll
Cool.
put these guys back.
We get
Oh,
shot.
He was carrying this body, right?
The head, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, somebody's going to.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I would have walked in first, though.
Okay, sure.
Just as a thing where, like, in terms of walking in, if they're holding and it's
Sure.
I shoot the first thing I see, I am walking in first.
Okay. That is a 15.
Nope.
Okay.
Good old shield now.
That is, yeah, that's his attack.
You're good. Yeah, just deflect that fucking arrow down, and I guess I can see where that dude shot me from.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What do you want to do about initiative?
Just the movement order that you guys were in is fine.
Movement order? Like,
Yeah,
what
so
we-
pretty much the hallway order.
So the previous initiative order is what you want to keep.
Well, I just mean since like you moved in first with Murdoch, we'll put
Sure.
you guys up. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain how to.
I mean, I
That
would
makes,
say
that
that
makes
we.
sense.
I would say that we indicated a walking order. If you.
You stick with the old, like the original initiative order technically, but we kind of...
Well, then people are going to be moving past each other. My logic was that if you guys are moving in that order, we've kind of reset to the people in front are going to logically do something first.
That makes sense.
So we'll do that.
Sure. Yeah. So me and then
Marcus,
Murdoch.
Murdoch, Ren,
Hmm?
me, Mr. Pigeon.
Yep.
Twig, where do you want to put Dandelion? Since she
Uh,
was in the room already.
So we'll put Dandelion after Murdoch and Marcus.
Okay. Marcus, Murdoch, Dandelion.
Yep.
Ren, Shay, Pigeon, Twig.
What about them?
Yeah, where are they going?
One of them just went.
Yeah, one of them
Yeah.
just fucked
Well,
off.
he used his reaction. He's been holding an action.
Yeah.
They were
They were at the bottom. I'll
at the
put them-
bottom
yeah,
of the
I'll
initiative
put them
order
at the bottom
previously.
again.
Sure.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, for the guy who just shot me, I'm gonna go.
Come on, you gonna go get him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get him. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. We'll get to this side. And, yeah.
So are these stairs going down like this? Like, is there a landing up here? Is that...
He's on the stairs right now. There was a landing down at the bottom there. where he was standing initially against the wall.
Both sets of stairs went up this
Correct.
way.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the short sword in my hand for right now because I still have the shield. So, give him the old stab with this new-founded short sword, which I'm evidently incredibly good at doing. Because there's the nat 20, but damn it, I have no more spell slots for crits. Cap and roll. Nice. That is 11, 15.
Just enough. You round the corner with the short sword, walk towards this man, and just stab him in the side, crush him against the wall.
Very good. Well, there goes that guy. Yeah, as soon as I realize, like, he goes limp on the sword, I'll just, I guess, position this shield to the side so my free hand, because it's attached, you know, like, strapped through, I'll just push him off the sword onto the ground. Just look at everybody else. They don't seem like a big bother. And I'm going to sheath the sword. That's my turn.
All right. Murdoch is going to just kind of move up and walk towards the stairs. How far can he get?
What's his movement speed?
If he's still carrying the corpse,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it'd be 15.
Is he carrying the corpse?
Yeah,
He's
he
carrying
was. He
that
was using it
corpse.
as a shield.
Oh.
He's going to move strategically 15 feet towards Marcus and just kind of
Throw
block
the
against
corpse around
wall.
me.
Yeah.
Drape over him!
Like here?
Yep. Yeah.
Do you want to?
Other way, because he knew
What do you mean?
where the.
He's going to position himself to not eat an arrow from the other guy.
Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. Next up is Dandelion.
I'm going to take a couple steps back here so I can see this guy. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
$14.
14 hits, yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh.
It's 14 points of Eldritch Blast.
He looks real bad.
Like, at one bad?
Like at one bad. Very, very bad.
Hypothetically.
And then
Like, hypothetically, one bad.
I'm going to step over here. So that I'm kind of like up against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Who was next? Rin?
Just gonna. Is this room also dim?
Yep. No, there's torches.
I'll re-roll that. Yeah, so that's gonna be 24.
Holy shit. Octane, thank you for the $55 donation.
Thank you.
Good God, thank you so much. That is incredibly
That's very
generous of you.
nice.
What did you roll, sorry?
24.
Yes, that
Just
is.
gonna run him through the back
Yep.
for 14 psychic damage.
Yeah, you dip around the wall, climb up the stairs as he looks for the source of this sound as his friend silently died, and you just run him through with your psychic blade, and he just silently crashes to the ground.
Wonderful.
And they are all dead.
Troll making any noise?
No. Just the sounds of breathing, like labored breathing.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll stow my shield over my back. Remove my great helm. And put that away. Everyone all right?
A little rough.
Little rough?
A little bit.
Very good. Sadly, I am not able to help you at the moment.
It's quite all right.
Believe that we'll be able to ideally get out of here soon. But there should not be much left. You had told us that there was a big thing, right? When Shimmer returned?
Yes. Well, Shimmer was still in there.
Crossbow and point at the troll.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go back and search the captain for keys.
Okay. Yeah, you walk back to his body, and you do
And
find
money.
You do find a set of brass keys on a ring at his side, and you do find a coin pouch containing 30 gold.
Dope.
Ah, damn.
I'm also going to run his friend's pockets for money.
His friends have 5 gold each.
Including the archers?
Cool.
Well,
I'll get the 2 that are in the hallway.
Yeah, I'll walk towards this troll.
We'll walk towards the troll too.
I'm very curious about the troll. Should we do that on the map or?
No, that's okay. I mean, unless you open the cage and attack him, that's entirely your prerogative. So you walk up to this
Free
cage.
experience, you say.
yes. That's what I was thinking.
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Just shoot both through it.
Yeah, we're here for levels, though.
So you guys make your way through this room up to this cage that has been like jammed into the rock, and you see at the back in the shadows from the light from the torches moving in a gray troll sitting on the back in the corner, just kind of attempting to avoid the light, just in like a loose cloth, just kind of looking over to you.
You said he looks. Does he look ill? Does he just look malnourished?
He looks like malnourished.
Gotcha.
Probably then.
You ever seen a thing like this?
No.
Well, that eliminates one possibility.
Have you?
God, no.
Oh.
Good lord, what do you think of me?
I really don't know.
That's good to hear. It's reassuring in a kind of blissful, ignorant way.
I don't really know what's normal around here.
No. I've never seen a
guess
creature
not
like
this.
this. Have any of you seen anything of this nature?
Should probably help him.
I think so.
We'll make him a balloon animal. I'm not gonna walk up to the cage yet, but I'll make it as we're standing a healthy distance away.
Sure.
So hold it.
What animal are you making?
That's a great question. I should stop making dogs. Let's
Make a troll.
go. Yeah, can I? Can I replicate his form?
Paint me like one of your French trolls.
I'll have you make a performance check with advantage.
What a beautiful brushstroke image I'm seeing in my mind.
It's gonna be a 12.
It's. I mean, the head's like a little bulbous, but it's.
Which one, Dom?
The head's a little bulbous.
Very good.
Both.
The right answer. Both.
It's kind of the shape of the troll.
Roughly the shape.
Roughly the.
So it's like when
roughly
you make
troll
like
shape.
a gingerbread cookie off of a recipe.
Yeah,
It's nothing like
it kind of just doesn't really work super well. But yeah, it kind of looks like him. Close enough.
All right.
None of you have seen a creature like this?
As I walk into the room and start looting these other pockets. No.
Twig?
I'll hold up the balloon.
I don't think I would have any reason to see
Nothing like this on the island you're from? And nothing to the forest to the south?
So I would have at least checked that guy for anything. I mean, gold.
Yeah, there was 5 gold
Key,
in his
like
pocket.
I don't know keys.
Yeah, no
notes,
keys.
Anything.
Just 5 gold in his pocket.
Just 5 gold.
And a set of like playing cards that look to
Ooh.
be pretty well worn.
Yeah, give me those playing cards.
What sort of weapons did these guys have?
The small, they had daggers, short swords.
The one dude had poison.
Yes.
I would have checked him for his poison.
Yep. Yeah, he had a satchel lined with like an acid-resistant like fur of some kind, like the inside of something.
Take the whole
Yeah,
thing. We can
pouch of
talk
acid.
about it.
Yep.
Like a bladder.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Acid satchel.
I thought you were going to say sack.
Octane, thank you very much for the 5 gifted
Oh my
subs. Thank you
goodness.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
When I see you looting that guy, I would hand you the sword that I had grabbed from him.
So I mean, I'll walk up to the. You said it's a cage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at this thing.
Yeah, just kind of like turns away from the light and just kind of.
I've never seen anything like this at all.
I'll say that you would have heard kind of the general description of what a troll is. You would not have personally have seen one, but you would know that this is a troll from some of the things that lurk in the woods.
Okay. I haven't seen this before, but I've heard of it. It's a troll. Doesn't look like it's in great shape.
You know what they do or what they live for?
Not really. I know they're dangerous.
This one's in a cage.
Would I have had any indication about whether or not trolls were used over the raids from the Bellowing Peaks? Would they have been a monster that might have been included in that? Or
I'd say yes.
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 Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I would say that you would have probably been told that they were used mostly in like a captive type format,
Sure.
where they're just kind of thrown into battle
Sure.
to incite chaos.
Absolutely.
Gonna give my friends 11 gold apiece.
Cool. Yep, you pass out 11 gold to everybody. Bearmer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much.
You guys are being so good
Give
to
you
us
1 gold
tonight.
back.
Yeah, good lord.
He seems to be bothered by the light. He's bothered by
The torchlight.
the torchlight
Mhm.
in the areas. Do you have a way of putting out the torches?
I'll thaumaturgy them dim when
Sure.
you ask.
Sure.
Does he seem less bothered?
Yeah, he kind of shifts a little bit and just grunts.
Is he so how what are the dimensions of the cage?
So it's about like 10 by 10. It's not. It's more of a like offshoot off of the cavern. That's kind
Sure.
of like a weird like a horseshoe, except like completely filled out with
Fair.
space.
Okay.
Yeah, and these bars have just kind of been jammed into the rock.
Sure.
So he shifts slightly out of the like corner that he was huddled in and seems to stretch out a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank.
You're welcome. You do not look well. Are you hurt?
Hungry.
It's
Yes.
common.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll pull out a ration. You eat things like this?
He
Yeah, I'll reach
reaches-
to the bar.
Yeah, he reaches his hand forward and grabs the ration and pulls it back.
Good.
Begins eating.
We'll slowly
Thank.
approach with my balloon.
You're welcome.
Just hold it out. And put it down like the entrance.
Eat.
I'll shrug.
Probably not. Do you have a thing that we could call you?
Rug.
Rog. Rog. Sick troll. Oh. Fucking hand.
So there are multiple keys on this key, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go look at this door.
Yeah, you find a key that seems to match that lock.
Sound like there's anything on the other side of this door?
Oh, on the other side of that door? No, you don't hear anything.
Any idea of what they were keeping back here?
No, we knew that this was in some way related to their activity in this area. Realistically, probably some kind of mining adventure. I do not know what ores are kept here in this mountain, but definitively worth exploring. Do this and then release our friend.
Yes.
People are on the other side. People in cages like you. People like those men. Or people like me. Yeah, I'll give them fucking 5 more rations. Thank you, Rog.
Continues to eat.
And check the door for traps, since we got arrow trapped in the hallway.
Sure. Make a investigation. Is that how it works with traps? I don't know if I've actually ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna, like, really get in and
Sure.
check the door. So,
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, investigation then.
14.
Yeah, no traps that you can see on this particular door.
Alright. Let's, do the old 1-2.
Yeah, you unlock the door and
Which is to say, turn the key.
the lock clicks with a loud thud as the key turns and the door kind of like slightly swings towards you. It, like this metal gate, looks to have been jammed into the existing stone doorway more recently than some of the rest of the stonework.
I will step back 10 feet.
And pull the door open.
Yeah, nothing happens. The dark room inside.
Peering.
You look around and you can see that this is a mostly empty room. There is it's about 10 by 20, 10 by 30. There's a couple boxes and extra sets of tables and chairs and things. A couple like sets of mining equipment along this far wall. And there's another door further in at the end of this like thin hallway.
So a hallway and another door.
Yep.
More halls. Another door.
Very good. Rog, are you thirsty? Give him a water skin. We'll come back for you. Do you have a home? Very good.
Forest.
Forest? The one right here? Outside the mountains?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to get home?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Thank you.
Continues to drink and eat.
Yeah. Halls?
Let's do it.
Inwards.
Yeah. I'll pull out my... the halls are, you said, dark, correct?
Yes.
Cool. I'll pull out my shield and my hooded lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And once more reignite my lantern.
Yeah, you ignite your lantern and you guys make your way into this adjacent room. As you make your way through this hall, through this hallway type room, semi-storage area, and you make your way to the back door without incident.
Is this one also locked?
Yes,
Do I have a key for this one?
you do.
How
Same key as
How many
the
do you
other
have? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna unlock it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you unlock the door, same as the last one, and crack this open. And in front of you, you see that is a slightly wider room than this one. This one is about 15 feet across and 20 feet deep. And you can see that there are a bunch of things scattered around this room. There are some ore and gems on one side on a large table that look to have been like in the process of being
Refined?
refined
Sure, separated from...
separated from some of the like stone around them and things.
Very
You
good.
see a pile of things in a bin along the far wall. And you can see that there are torches. There are sconces with unlit torches on the wall in this room that are currently out at another door at the back.
Sorry, did you say refined?
In the
Gems?
process of being refined, so like
Okay.
being removed from the external stone and
Okay.
other ores that it might be contained in. When you say things in the one
Yes, a
area...
pile of things.
Yeah, what do you mean by things? Like mining equipment? Do you mean...
No, you can see that like there is there's a cloak sticking out. There's a boot sticking out. There's like a long wooden staff sticking out. This looks to be like equipment or items of some kind that likely belong to people.
Sure. Understood.
They just like cast in a pile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're
I'm
in, like, a
imagining when
bin.
they pulled people in here, they just stripped them of their shit and threw them in a box. Yeah, I mean, how large is the box?
It's a 10 by 10 like wooden box. It's pretty large. It's just like a big, large storage box.
Cool. How much would you estimate that would weigh?
Um,
And also, how wide is the doorway? So this way, if the door would not be sufficient for me to carry the box through, I won't bother.
you would be able to carry the box through.
Cool. How much would you say that it would weigh?
I'll say that would probably weigh like 50 pounds.
Sure. Yeah, that's carryable for me.
Yeah.
I'll hold out my lantern. Do you mind holding this? Thank you. I'll steal my shield. I guess have a quick peer into the box, ascertain that it looks like clothing and other non-combat related items, or are there combat related items in there?
So you inside, you kind of sift through this. You see that there is a cloak, there is a set of boots, there's a doll, there's a slightly shimmery bag, a large wooden
Shimmery
staff.
bag!
Yes.
Ooh.
Shimmery sack.
Can you describe this shimmery bag? Can I get a color? Like human skin? Human leather?
With
Voldemort
fish
bag?
scales. Human leather. Damn it.
No, it is a it's a leather bag with several pouches on the side. The leather is a like light leather that's been dyed blue, and seems to shimmer around the like areas where the flaps are for the pockets with a like translucent like shimmery like pink color.
Cool. So nice shiny sack.
Mhm.
Very good.
There's also a candle, a bottle full of a strange liquid, and next to that in like a separate container, you see another large sack that's not shimmering, and a couple of vials full of small beads that you don't recognize.
Cool.
Yeah, what's the deal with the doll?
Yeah, I mean, see, as an individual that intended to take this into a room thinking that this was going to be people's clothing and we were going to find people in cock cloths, and now I'm finding dolls and beads.
Sure.
Weird party, man. I'm going to start taking the things out and
Sure.
putting them on any flat surface in the
Yep,
area.
to kind of lay them out.
Yep.
Yep.
Just, you know,
Hold the,
bewilder my friends with these new wares we've pilfered.
Sure.
I'll hold the covered lantern
Yep.
up with my mage hand, so it's up higher, so it illuminates more than.
So
mine.
eye level for everybody else.
Pretty much.
Does the doll look like a normal like kid's doll? Like, kid's doll? Is it weird looking?
Fucking Annabelle, dude. We gotta go.
Oh,
How
describe
scary is
Annabelle and I'm
this
going.
Gotta go.
Master needs his beauty sleep. See ya.
No, so you can see that this is a semi-crudely made doll made out of cloth. As you pick it up, you can kind of feel that it's stuffed with like straw or something comparable. It's got like
Does it squeak?
no, it doesn't squeak. It has
Mr. Pigeon.
two little like
Do you
carved
need this?
carved button eyes, a sewn mouth, and some.
Some real human hair. Just glorious golden locks.
Not waterkin hair.
Oh, I hate it.
Human, specifically human hair.
Maybe horse hair.
Yeah, it's you're unable to determine the origin of.
Can I
of this hair.
investigate the hair?
Let me give you a second.
Can I animal handling it? Can I pet the dolly?
So, as you pick this up, you see that it has this this like red pattern dress, and as you hold it and bring it towards you, you hear.
Why'd you pick red?
I don't know. It was the picture I had pulled up. You hear.
You don't have to put out the light.
Yeah. You hear a voice ring out. Help me!
I'm sorry, who hears that?
Everyone
Oh,
from the doll.
Yes.
I was saying, does it come from the doll when I
It
pick
comes
it up?
from the doll.
I'm gonna hold it. Twig.
This is yours.
I'm gonna shake it.
Yes. Release me.
I'm helping.
So as you shake it, it yells, "Release me!"
Mickey?
I'm gonna toss it up.
I'll pick it up and investigate it.
Yeah. How are you investigating? Are you
The
doing
hair, like
an
what it's
arcane?
made of?
Are you doing any arcane check? Or are you just looking at it?
I'm looking at it for now.
Sure.
I mean, I'll also divine sense while this is occurring. Because Jesus Christ, it yelled, release me. Like,
What
You
is
say you're just like looking at it.
what is
Yeah,
divine
just like
sense?
celestial fiend undead.
No, you get none of those things from these dolls.
That's
Unless it's
almost
considered
worse.
total cover with it
No.
being inside the straw floor.
No.
That is a great thing. I'm absolutely doing that in the future. Oh, the soul of something
vessel.
wicked is, considered covered by its vessel. Really like that.
So as it hits the ground, it yells, "Pick me up!
I pick it up.
Help me!"
I'm just gonna look it over, and I will cast Detect Magic
Sure.
on this, on myself. But
Yep.
taking a look at it.
Yep. 1 second.
Good God, cursed doll. I'm writing that down.
Mm-hmm. How do I kill Paul? With a red dressed doll. Yahoo Answers.
You get a crazy
I-
answer on Yahoo.
Am I pregnant?
Oh no!
How do I check if Pregante?
I love that is just a thing that our generation just all knows.
32 plus 6 weeks? Pregnant?
There's another one. That's the Luigi board.
Yes.
How to know if I am pregnant?
I would say that you get enchantment and illusion.
You're enchanted with this doll.
You love it. You love it so much.
Mine now.
It's the red dress.
It's mine now.
If this doll's name isn't Roxanne.
It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here.
Yeah, I mean, these like anal beads in a jar.
Yep, that's what they are. Come on.
Release me! Ew! Is it a key? Put me back.
Get those beads!
So you see in this one jar,
Really spindly beads.
they're individual.
Like a U-shaped plumber
No,
pipe, dude.
These are individual beads that appear to look magical in some way. One vial of them are a like a light blue color, and the other one is a greenish color.
Light blue beads. And then what? Green?
Yeah, light green.
Light green.
Maybe cast some guidance on myself while all this is happening.
And Paul, your
Very
detect
scary.
magic for that would
We'll tell you they're anal
would
beads.
tell you
There's some kind of magic to this.
They're definitely magic.
I feel enchanted by these
A
as
magical
well.
experience.
you would get transmutation from the
Whoop.
beads.
Transmutation.
They really changed.
You're giving me a real different man.
60-foot pyramid emerges.
Fucking A.
Both beads are transmutation.
Yes.
Okay, all
Don't
right.
call
enchantment
them
illusion. What are they? Are they? You said they're in, are they just in jars
Don't
by
make them
like
beads
little
again.
vials by themselves?
Yeah, they're in the little
He
vial
said
by
they
themselves.
are.
They look kind of
I know, but
like
I feel like it was
spongy,
just like a-
gelatinous almost.
Like a boba?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
they look like a boat.
Yep, dude, right?
I was going for. I thought maybe
I
they're
tried.
rocks. Yeah, they're beads.
I tried to
They're
save the
They're
moment.
Definitely beats. Okay.
They look to be edible.
Cool, I can feed them to somebody.
Yes.
I'm gonna gesture to the door. Make like a shuffling motion.
Continue on.
No, the
troll?
The troll door.
yeah, shuffle to that and point at the beads.
I don't really know if we should fuck the troll right now. Shrug with pigeon.
Look up from the doll. What?
What is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries going on simultaneously right
It's
now.
talking to you. You can't ask it.
Hello.
Oh boy.
You get no response from the doll.
I'm gonna poke its belly.
Don't do that!
Very demanding.
I don't really think you're in a position to bargain. Poke it again.
Don't do that!
I'm gonna poke its eye.
Don't do that!
I'm gonna throw it in the air and catch it.
Don't
Shimmer's
do
gonna
that!
swoop and
No,
grab it out of the air.
for
when he
that-
throws it.
Oh, God. So you throw it up in the air, and it doesn't make a sound as Shimmer like grabs it.
He's just gonna fly around
Hey,
with it.
He loves that doll.
give it back.
Fly past and drop it on Rin's face.
Yeah, as it hits Rin's face, you hear, "Pick me up!"
I don't know what the fuck this thing is.
How do we release it?
I don't know.
Could cut it open.
Could ask. Does it know how to be freed? What is it?
How do I free you? How do I free you?
You shake him. You say, "Release me!"
All right, just toss it.
Yeah, it hits the ground. Pick me up!
Nah, fuck you. I'll walk over to the
Does
beads.
it keep saying it?
Yes. So as you throw it and it hits the ground, it says, "Pick me up."
But does it keep saying
No,
Okay.
it? Just once.
just once.
Yep, I'm gonna go walk over to the beads.
It's like a Dandelion doesn't know this. She has no idea what's going on. She's very confused. But it's like a tickle me Elmo kind of.
Yeah, there's an item called Talking Doll.
Great.
You bind 6 phrases to it that are tied to certain behaviors.
Well, what have we gotten? 3?
You've got 4.
Oh, we've gotten 4.
Help me, release me, pick me up. Don't do that. And the voice is intentionally bad, like
Yeah.
that, like someone fake making that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like someone did a voice when they
Yeah.
said the.
yeah.
So how many of these beads are there in the bowl?
There's 25 of each.
What the? Of each? What do you mean each?
There's 2 jars.
Different
There's
Enough for a
25
party.
each.
Yep.
Yeah, they're 25 blue, 25 green. They look to be like gelatinous. They look like boba, is what Sarah compared them
Okay.
to.
What are those?
I don't know. But they do something. Maybe they're for eating?
I'm gonna go open the other door.
Can I eat one?
Sure?
They're not pepper.
No. They're definitely not pepper.
No problem.
Do you want blue or green?
Green.
Alright, I'll take a blue one.
Okay.
I'll eat one.
Okay.
Yep.
You had blue.
Yep.
You feel very refreshed. You've had a day's worth of water,
Ooh.
and you've had a day's worth of food. So you have now 24 bead of nourishment and 24 bead of refreshment.
Very good.
You had no problem opening the door?
Mhm.
Cool. What's the, there was a candle, a stick, pair of boots, cloak,
Yep, there's
shiny sack,
Yeah.
and then non-shiny sack.
I didn't get
Yes.
anything from the shiny sack?
Have you picked up the shiny sack?
No, I mean just from Detect Magic.
Sure.
All the stuff's within his line of sight.
Yep.
Because it's been splayed out on the floor.
Magical items do not always need to give off a specific school. They can just indicate that
Sure.
they are a magical thing.
Yeah, I don't know about the shiny sack, but at least one of you would know that that is a bag of holding.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
The cloak.
Start shuffling all this ore in there.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll
well,
hold the
you
bag.
indicated that there were gems and ores and things like
Just
that.
get it in there.
The cloak would give off
in the group
illusion.
Illusion?
Yeah. Yeah, illusion. The boots would also give off illusion.
Cool.
Staff would give off conjuration.
Are these all magical items that are in front of us?
Yep. Yeah, conjuration on the staff.
Candle's probably evocation, if it's like Candle of Everdeep or whatever.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
candle-
telling us that
it's
these are
the
magic?
candle-
Yeah, I would be telling you.
Candle.
Do you have any idea what any of these are?
Well, I know that's a bag of holding.
What's that?
Shay, bring me some of those ore. I'll open the bag, and you just drop it in. You notice the bag doesn't change shape.
I'll pick up
We
the
should
doll and put
probably
it in
grab
there.
all of this.
Yes, thank you.
We should probably grab all of this then.
Yeah, might as well.
Hold it.
Yeah. Kobe.
Yeah, you stuff all of the items inside of this bag.
He's
of
just
holding.
sinking them.
Cool. We'll put all the magical items in there and we'll identify them over time later.
Yep.
Because I don't want to
The other
stand
bag's
here
also
for
a
an
bag
hour.
of holding.
I was gonna say, can we die on the spot?
Yeah.
Does the other bag give off any magical?
The other one, no.
No.
The smaller one.
Kobe!
You
Right
hear
in
it jingle as you throw it
Ew.
Jingle.
Jangle or
Yeah.
jangle?
What, is there anything in it before we throw it in?
in. Look.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm-
it's in there.
I dunked it. Yeah, we too late. You going in after it?
Mm-hmm. You can go in.
I'll go in.
I wouldn't recommend.
It's fine. She can hold her breath. Inside the sack, open the other sack.
Yep.
Sackception.
600 gold.
I'll bring it back out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we want this.
What's in there?
I'll throw it on the ground.
And you watch his coins spill out of the bag.
God
Kind of
damn it.
roll.
Oh wow.
A lot of money. We should definitely split that later.
Yeah, just push that into the bag.
Back into the
And
bag.
then back
Don't
into
need
the.
to worry about that at the moment.
Sink it back in. And I'm gonna
Kobe!
attach the bag of holding to my side.
Sure.
Ready
Yeah.
to go?
Yeah, I mean,
There's
other
another
door,
door.
had no problem. So
Hopefully that doll doesn't eat gold or something.
if it does, I'll break its neck.
Are you leaving the doll or taking the doll?
I will.
It's in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's in the bag.
you do
It's
it
in the bag of
dude.
holding.
Okay.
Everything in
Every
this
so often,
room. Everything in this room is now in the bag of holding.
every so often you bump against something with the bag.
I don't like this anymore.
Oh no.
I don't need you anymore. I moved on. What a fucking weird campaign.
Tor on your back.
Would a bag of holding break attunement to something if it's in it?
That wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be able to attune to something.
Who would have attunement to something?
The doll.
No. If you're still mid attuning, then it would like stop.
Well, not attuning to you. Someone attuned to it to set the phrases. So I'm trying to think if it now goes into the bag of holding, does that sever?
No, because then
Yeah, nobody knew his attuned to it yet.
Okay.
So
that would also
I mean,
make the bag of
I didn't
holding
realize
suck
that attunement
for anybody that attunes
Sure.
to any
Stayed on
magical
something
items.
after it wasn't in your possession anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I
supposed to
was
stay
actually
with
saying,
it
I
within
think
24 hours. It
yeah.
automatically unattunes,
Yeah.
correct?
I was gonna say, I think it might, because as an artificer, whenever I took my armor off, it would drop the attunement if I had to from an infusion.
Yeah,
Sure.
So, like,
it
if I
would
was
have
moving
been
stuff
recent
around.
enough that it would not have dropped yet, but it
Okay.
probably
Or it doesn't
will
have to.
Yeah. 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 So that's that.
Next room.
Yeah, you guys make your way into the next room. You make your way through this door, and you can see that this is a much larger space. This looks to be about 40 by 40. And you can see that there are about 30 people in cages along the back wall, along with another door further back. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot in here, other than some mining equipment and a couple different boxes and things.
You said people?
Yes,
Other than the 30 people in cages.
other than 30 people in cages.
Yeah. What's the lighting like in this room? I mean, she still has the torch elevated with the mage hand, so that is 30 bright, 30 dim.
Yep. So there's no other light in here at this point.
Cool. But the 30 bright, 30 dim is sufficient to illuminate. What do these people look like?
These look to be a kind of mishap of, or not mishap, random collection.
They look like a mishap.
They look like abominations!
Looks like a lot of accidents in here.
Haphazard mix of
A mishap, if you will.
Saving Quasimodo.
Yeah, that's
Just like 90 copies of Quasimodo.
The hills have eyes in here.
Okay, everybody out of the room. Everybody out.
of young-ish like teenagers to some like older people inside of this cage. You do recognize several of them.
As people from my homeland.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. I would absolutely rush over to any of the individuals that I recognize and ideally call them by whatever name I might be familiar to have with them.
Yeah. So
Tim! Billy!
Tim!
Joe!
So
It's been days, probably months, if not, who knows?
so one of the people that you recognize is
Tim.
looks to be a little bit older than the last time you saw him.
Okay.
2 years ago, a boy named Peyton was taken in one of the bandit raids, and you see him now. He looks to be about 16 years old, and he just grabs the bars and looks out towards you, kind of confused. Marcus?
Is that you, Peyton?
Yes. What are you doing here?
We were here to, I suppose, bring justice to the people that have been doing whatever nefarious deeds have been going on. I did not know that it involved kidnappings, at least of our homeland.
Yes, Matthias is here as well. Matthias is one of the like elders.
Shaman
from your
boys?
town, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shaman man.
Yes.
Guys that do hut stuff.
Mm-hmm. Shaman. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would look over at Shay. Are there locks on these cages?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Shay, please.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll rush over to Matthias.
Yep.
Is he the only elder that I am seeing in this area?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, so Matthias is about 70, like sun-wrinkled skin, and he just kind of like stirs as you, from all the noise and commotion, as you move over to him. And clearly Shantea has blessed us on this day. Marcus, what are you doing here?
I'm here to free you, sir. I did not know that it would be you in these cages, but it's good to see you alive.
How long has it been? I have not seen the sun since we were brought down here.
Were you taken on the day of the raid?
Yes.
Not long. Week at most.
Feels like ages.
Yes, I'm certain that a week without sun would feel so. But you will be home safely. Well, I can promise you no home now, sadly.
Yes, the fields burned golden and brighter than they have in a long time for a brief moment before being snuffed out.
Yes. Of the ones who were taken, are they all here, or do you know if they've been distributed to other areas? Are there more? Or is this all that is left?
This is all that's left that I'm aware of. Most of these people are our people. There are some that I don't know, but I believe some escaped into the night.
Very good. I do not know where they would have gone, possibly into the forests around town, but I will not stop looking. But first, it is important to get you all cared for. You said there were about 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while he's talking to him, I'm going to be letting people out.
Yep.
Are there any other exits to this room? Just the door we came in?
Just the door you came in, yep.
Any idea how we're going to get this many people past a town full of hostiles? Also the troll.
Well, trolls are used to cause chaos. And I think that our good friend Rog might be able to assist us in creating some chaos to get these folks out. And whatever we need to do to also escape with Rog.
Perhaps Twig and I should take care of the one we left at the front door first.
Seems fitting. For these people, like, are they extremely malnourished? Like, again, if it's been 7 days, does it look like they've had, like, a single meal in 7 days?
They've
Something along
probably
those lines?
had a couple meals, but they're definitely starting to...
Sure. It's also the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would ask Matthias, do you think the people are fine to move, or did they need a meal first?
I think they could move. It might be slow. We've only finished for the evening a bit ago.
Yes, we have the beads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
I'll
what I was
start.
thinking.
I'll start taking the beads out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you start divvying them out to all the people.
Everybody
There's
gets food and water.
There's not enough, right? You said there were around 30 people.
There were 24 and there were
Oh.
about 30
Yep.
people. So, I mean, yeah, I'll give the remaining rations that I've gotten, pass my 2 last water skins around.
I'll say that there's enough of the
I mean, I
of
don't
the
care,
beads
dude.
for them.
Rations are a fucking
Sure.
gold piece, whatever.
Okay.
I'd rather make sure that everybody
Literally just got like 660 gold.
Yeah.
could buy rations. Goodbye, water skins. I need you not. I need my people.
They took the effigy.
From the tree?
Yes.
Here?
No. I have not seen it. The people that took us.
I wonder why they would rob it. It's only a source of prayer and worship.
Do not know.
Strange that they would attempt to bastardize our home.
Yes. I'm sorry for what happened.
Ah. As he lived. Fittingly. Unfair, but
Yes.
I know he would have had nothing else. And at least there are some of you left.
Not all is lost.
No, and they were buried. And I will make sure that all those who did it to them will be buried.
Thank you.
Of course.
We will find a new home.
I've met some nice people. I think that there might be places that we could begin to disperse you all. Or have everyone go together. There are good people in the areas that I've traveled so far. People that might not be able to take everyone in, but we know a carpenter could assist with building some homes.
Excellent. I think the people could use a bit of quiet and peace
Deservedly.
after the years of sorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the fucking bag and take my share of 100 gold and give the dude the 100 gold.
Sure.
For whatever payments are needed for the building of homes.
Marcus.
Cannot ask the individuals there to necessarily do it without cost, but if it is exceeding this amount, please tell them that I will pay them.
Mine as well.
You do not have to do that.
I mean, I don't really need it.
Thank you, Dandelion. That should cover at least some initial things, and many of the younger ones are able to work and could probably find some things to do in the town.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
We will, we will repay you for this.
No, I will repay you all for what you did for me as you raised me. We have one more person in here that we need to save in the tavern. I think it best if we possibly have some of you all sneak with Murdoch over to Colbane. To get him, he might know of a different way out outside of just the front gate.
We have to eliminate the guard in front of here anyways.
I
Yes.
can go invisible one more time. I can go.
There
Very
are
good.
deep tunnels that run through these mines. I know not where they lead, but
Would we have had an indication for where the tunnels would have been for where we've traversed through so far? Because the areas that we've been passing through, we've been going through the singular doors,
Sure.
and this room does not have an exit.
There is
There is
another.
another
There is
Oh,
another
there
door.
was?
Yeah, there is
oh,
another
I'm
door.
sorry. I
Mhm.
totally thought you said that there was only the one door in here.
Yeah, no, there is another
Okay.
door. Yep.
Well then, we
So-
could go deeper.
yes. I'm not sure what lies further in, but there is a peculiar room that we were told to stay out of.
What do you mean by peculiar?
The mimic.
Drawings on the wall and writings.
Paintings?
Not so much like a diagram.
Very good.
I only saw it once in passing.
And you were told to avoid this room?
Yes,
Did they give you any kind of warning or just said, do not go here?
just not to go there. There were always people in there
Captives?
trying to... No,
Or captors?
captors.
Very good.
Trying to do something in there. I'm not sure. I don't know if they succeeded. Writing in Elvish and Dwarvish, I couldn't read it.
Understood. The guard, Colbane, and Deeper?
Yes, I will take Twig and Mr. Pigeon. We'll eliminate the guard so Dandelion can safely come back with Colbane.
That work?
Mhm.
Do not
What?
bother anyone else. I would look at Murdoch.
Hmm?
Do you have something that possibly... I'll pull out a piece of parchment. Something that she could give to Murdoch so this way he would know. I do not want him to not believe that we are doing this in his best interest. You seem to be a good friend of his.
Yes.
He kind of like goes through his things and pulls out a single feather.
Mm.
A bird we hunted together. You
Very
will
good.
remember.
Perhaps ask him if he would like to go hunting with Murdoch once more. Somewhere a bit more safe and free than here.
You should write that down.
Very good. Yeah, I'll take out my parchment and chalk. Crayon style. Write the phrase down.
Mm-hmm.
I've already forgotten.
And
Something about hunting.
I'll staple it to your forehead.
Oh,
No, I'll hand it to you.
Yeah, so it's
I don't have a stapler.
stapler. Two, that's not super helpful.
Right?
Matthias, could you show me this room you spoke of?
Yes, it is deeper in the mines and it is dark.
How much deeper?
Only a few minutes walk, but I would not go alone.
I can go with you.
I'm gonna start heading toward the front to take care of this guard.
I would
Oh.
take my lantern out of your mage hand and leave it in this room so this way I can keep feeding and caring for these people.
I'll hand
Yep.
you Shimmer.
Safe here?
Mhm.
Very good.
Do we think our friend Rog could get the rest of the way out through the front if we brought him with us?
Possibly.
Or should we bring him through the mine?
Were there any beads left, or did we used all of them?
Yeah, we would have used all of them.
Yeah, and I fed him literally
Yeah,
5
he got a
rations and
lot.
a full
Oh, you gave him
water
that
skin.
one.
So,
He's
like, I
okay.
gave him a shitload of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate to possibly utilize him as a distraction, I feel like the best bet is to try to have some kind of timing with sending him out the front as we go in deeper if we're anticipating going through. And ideally he's... How high were the walls? 10 feet when we came through?
I think I said like 15.
15?
Yeah. No, I might have said 10.
10 or 15?
Yeah, 10 or 15.
How tall did he look? Trolls are usually between like 10 and fucking 13 feet tall.
Yeah, like 12 feet.
Sure. And the walls did not have like, they weren't like wooden spoke walls where they were sharp at the top. Or were
On
they?
certain spots, not the entirety of the wall.
Sure.
What about closest to the back? Closest
Yeah.
to where the mine entrance is?
Yeah, swiftest, fastest route for him, right?
Yeah, if he could get to the wall and get up and over.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely could.
And generally, so like, we went through town from the inn to the mine. There was the one guard at the entrance. Any along the walls toward the back end of the town?
Not that you saw, just the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can let him out and bring him with us to the front.
Very good.
Hope that he can make it home.
Yes. I will want to just very quickly ask him what his home is called, so this way if ever I run into any more like him, I can direct them there.
Understood.
Matthias, I will be right back.
Right.
Very good. Yeah. Head back towards our good boy Rog.
Mm-hmm.
He finished eating.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, he's just sitting kind of waiting, like looking at the front out of the bars.
The key.
Yeah, I'll unlock his cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you unlock it and you kind of scrape it against the stone as you pull this open, and he kind of like pulls himself out and up.
We think you can scale the wall, climb, try to get back through the forest. Does your home have a name, Rog?
Shine. Water.
Shine water?
River. Shine.
Shine River?
Yes.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Rog. I wish you safe journeys and that you get back to your people. I'll hold out my, silvery gloved hand and try to shake this troll's hand.
Yeah, he reaches down and kind of grips your hand with, his fingers and shakes.
Thank.
And he just, looks at everybody.
Pat my chest. Marcus.
Rog.
Take care, Rog.
Thank.
You're welcome.
Single tear.
Right?
Just kind of rolls down his face.
Just gonna rub his cheek.
Cruel tear.
You also don't have to put on the...
This is how it begins.
Don't do that.
Release me.
Pick me up!
I answered the three of you that are ready. You as well. Very good. We'll wait here.
The three of you are making your way towards the front.
Toward the front.
Mm-hmm.
I get up to the front, stay out of sight of the door, and try and mimic his captain's voice.
Okay. Yeah, make a performance check.
It's 13.
Yeah, he turns and kind of looks into the darkness.
One of the boys started a fire in here. You should come in and help. Quickly now,
Sure.
before the troll cage burns.
Of course, Alfred.
And walks over and starts to unlock the gate. Pulls it open.
And
Yep.
out of sight of,
Yep.
so that he's got to come up and around the corner.
Yep.
Just fucking rail him.
Yep.
I'm gonna sneak past as he opens the.
Okay. Yeah, you dip past as he runs in, and you just...
You want the rolls, or you just want him dead?
No, he's just dead. That's fine. we're in RP mode for this
Beautiful.
one right now.
If that doesn't
you
do it,
crit
we
him.
should.
Oh, that's why I brought Franks.
Yeah. As you stab into his lungs.
I'm very sorry. Your friends are dead, though. They insisted.
And he just slowly falls. You slide it out.
I'm gonna run his pockets.
They did insist. They really did.
They did.
He too has 5 gold.
Beautiful. This way he knows he didn't fail them.
Yep, you're running to the end.
Yeah, I'm sneaking.
I'm gonna turn to Rog as we get outside.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can make it up and over the wall, back here, so you don't alert the guards? Carefully.
Thank.
Shay,
Rog. He shakes your hand.
it was a strange pleasure.
Thank.
He just holds the little balloon thing in his fingers.
Mr. Pigeon, he doesn't talk.
For a little bow, though.
Okay.
Thank.
Oh, do a little curtsy at him.
He just takes the little balloon thing and tucks it into his waistband a little bit, and just starts running towards the wall and jumps up, grabs the top of it, kind of cracking part of the wall as he pulls himself up and over, and you just hear him stomp off into the trees.
Gonna slip myself back in this door.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for Dandelion and Colbane to come.
Yep. So you make your way through the town. You're invisible?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you invisible make your way through the town to the inn, back into the tavern, over to what appears to be Colbane's room just off of the kitchen area.
I'm gonna look underneath the door.
Yeah, there's no light. It's late. He's asleep.
Just start knocking on it.
And you don't hear anything for a second, and then you hear shuffling, and Colbane opens the door.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
You're invisible.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The thing you're holding is invisible.
Yep.
So you're just hitting him in the face with...
What's happening?
I'll grab his hand and put it in it.
He opens it and flips open the letter.
Give me a moment.
Pulls the door shut. About 10 minutes go by.
Mm-hmm.
Door opens again, and he walks back out. He's now, dressed. He has his bag full of stuff.
And just start pushing him in there.
All right, thank you. Okay.
You push him up out of the inn.
Just shoving him all the way back.
Yeah. So you guys watch as Colbane is just kind of being shuffled towards the mountain.
That's one way to get it done. Creak the door open for him as he gets there. Come along.
Appears there's more to you all than meets the eye, I suppose.
You could say that.
I shouldn't meet the eye at all.
Jesus Christ.
We can explain on the way.
Sure.
Modoc said you were worth saving.
Appreciate that. If I wasn't saved, I'm not sure my daughter would make it, so appreciate the saving.
You have any others in this town?
No, just me.
Let's go.
All right.
You guys make your way back through to the room where your friends remain.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do in this 15, 20 minute time frame?
Just feed the people and check on my friends.
Okay. Any conversations the two of you want to have as the two remaining in here?
So we're still in the room with all of the prisoners, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all former prisoners. I would have asked Matthias to lead me to the room. I would have lit a torch.
Sure. Hey, thank you very much for the resub, Shelly Jelly. Welcome back.
Nope. I'm sitting with the kids.
Sure, okay.
We won't be long.
All right.
And he just goes over and grabs his walking stick that's leaning in the corner and begins making his way with this gnarled wooden tree branch of a walking stick over to this door.
Do you have a key?
I don't have it.
Oh, okay. It's locked.
Jiggle the handle.
it's locked.
Firebolt it in anger.
Okay. Yeah, you
Just start hitting it.
you just burn it and start hitting the door aggressively as you watch as this wooden door starts to light, and you eventually crack open through the spot where the handle is and kick it open angrily.
Very good.
That's one way to open a door, I suppose.
It usually works.
I'll pretend that this door was not once a tree.
And make his way through the door.
Do I detect any magic on this gnarled staff?
On the
Walking
staff?
stick?
No.
Okay.
You can tell that it's you get arcane from it in the sense that it seems like it's a similar enough to your focus that you use.
Okay.
He has not indicated in any way that he uses it for anything other than a walking stick, but yeah, you get arcane from it.
Tree comment's weird.
Yeah. He makes his way through, and you are led through these winding tunnels as you make your way into this. This is now the cave area that you were in, definitively completely different, unfinished from the rest of the area. There's no niceties in here. This is simply just following the winding cave paths, and you can see the chisel marks where ore and gems have been mined out of these walls. And he leads you off to the right along this large central kind of incline, a step down of dugout areas along this thin winding path to a room at the back that kind of shifts off to the side deeper through one of these tunnels. And you make your way inside, and you can see that there are barrels and things sitting in various spots around the room, in the center of the room off to the side. And you see on this large stone wall behind you, you can see that there is a gap that goes from floor to ceiling along the side of this. Looks to be a large stone door of some kind that doesn't swing open or anything, but looks like it might go up or down.
Okay.
And written on this door is this diagram.
Oh, jeez.
And on the top, written in Elvish, on the bottom, written in Dwarvish, are those words,
Okay.
along with that diagram. And the poem in the center, the first half is written in Elvish, the second half is written in Dwarvish.
Oh, you did it. Your handwriting's as good as John's.
Right?
What the hell does that say?
Suck my ass.
Spirited.
Okay, I thought so, but
This is the room.
strange. There isn't really much else in the room. You just said barrels and things like that. There's
Yeah,
no
barrels and crates.
there's no parchment or anything.
Just that inscribed on this stone wall. And you see in the center of the room is a large circle scribed into the ground that's kind of sunken in slightly.
Is this the only way through?
I'm not sure where these tunnels lead. This I just know is a room that we were told to stay out of. I'm not sure if they ever were able to make it past whatever this is.
Oh, saying they didn't put this here.
Yes, it didn't sound like it anyway, but I'm not sure.
Well, perhaps we should go back to the others. Wait,
Sure.
I don't know what to make of this.
All right.
You guys walk your way back through the mines
Yep,
to
I'll
your friends.
got him back up.
Yep. And you walk back out
So,
just about.
so when I leave, I guess when I'm
Mhm.
up at the door and I exit, assuming it's like a left to go back,
Correct.
and then there's a continuing path going to the
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Before I head to the back,
sure.
I'm gonna try and prop up the guard that was standing guard at the front, weaken at Bernie style outside
Sure.
the gate.
Yeah, you lean through the gate and kind of lean
Yeah, I'm
against
gonna
the side of the gate.
like almost like thread his arms through the bars.
Sure. Yeah, you
Behind
like
the back.
yep.
Like he's slouching.
Yeah, you just
know.
kind of lean him and you like
And
use
then
a
I'm
piece
gonna
of
lock the gate.
Yep, you lock the gate. You get like a piece of fabric and like lock his arms together so he's just hanging there, like chest head
Wipe
down
the
slightly.
wipe the blood off of him.
Mhm.
Clean him up a little.
Yep.
How convincing is it? I guess you wouldn't know.
I
from
mean,
the
in the
side.
dark,
Yeah, pretty convincing in the dark.
yeah, they're not gonna notice.
It's like a horror film.
Yeah, it's
Once
it's
again,
acceptable for the time being.
if they weren't the bad guys, we'd be the bad guys.
I should have woke up and abandoned his shift. I'm just saying. He had a, he had a chance.
Yeah, so you guys make your way back to the room, and you see Rin walking through this back door that has now been slightly charred and kicked open. And you see Marcus helping and feeding the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends walk back in with Colbane.
Everything went fine?
I'm still invisible.
So I don't think they know that we've done anything here.
Very good. Yes, I think if everyone is ready to move, Matthias.
Yes, I think we're okay to move.
Yes, let us press onward. Rog, okay?
I believe so, yes.
Good.
Made it over the wall.
Very good.
There's a very strange room. You might want to check out after we get everybody out.
Very good.
So you couldn't wait for the keys. Jangle the keys.
It's all right. I opened it.
You broke it.
Opened.
Yeah, I'll head through.
Look
Sure.
around in your general direction.
Yeah, you guys make your way into this mine proper. And we are going to end a little early tonight because for the next area with the puzzly thing, I'll have to set up the map, and by the time I do that, we'll be pretty much
Cool.
close to the end anyway. So
Very good.
we'll stop a couple minutes early. Yeah, so that is the episode tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you again for all of the follows, subs, gifted bits, and everything from everybody, and the donation as well. We really, really appreciate it immensely. It genuinely Jesus Christ.
Kelp keeps. Kelp.
It helps the kelp. It helps keep the lights on for the expenses and things that we have to take care of to make this possible. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching tonight. We really, really appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure you follow us so you can find us again. We stream D&D 3 times a week, probably. Tuesday, Friday at 7 p.m.
Weather and life permitting.
Yeah. Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for our 3 homebrew campaigns. You can go to our website, notgreatrpg.com. We got text recaps, we have podcasts, we've got YouTube videos, we've got sponsor stuff on there. All of the character art and everything on there is there, so you can check it out. But we really appreciate you being here tonight, and we'll see you on Sunday at 5 p.m. Good night, everybody.
Good night.